West, we show up.
Tom Abraham here for my friends at DraftKings. And on September 2nd, DraftKings Game Day arrives with massive deals, exclusive deals, and an all-day celebration built for sports fans. The countdown has begun. All roads lead to Game Day. One app, every sport, all 50 states. DraftKings Game Day is yours. Get ready to celebrate. New DraftKings customers sign up with the code 977TheZone. Spend $5 to get $200 in rewards within 21 days. That's code 977TheZone. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days via click to claim, issued in non-withdrawable prediction dollars that expire in 1 year. Terms dkng.co/predictions promo, nationwide based on sportsbook predictions and free-to-play sports contest availability. Varies by state.
This hour of Talkin' Ball is brought to you by Talent Heating and Air. When you need service, rely on Talent. From system installations to tune-ups, rely on Talent. Online at talenthvac.com. Welcome to Talkin' Ball with Scott Theisen and Drew DeArmond. Call into the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline now, 256-576-4977. That's 256-576-4977. Now, here's Scott and Drew.
And just like that, we are back, we are off, we are running, and we are live. It's Talking Ball, 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Scott Theisen, Drew DeArmond. Safe travels into work, into school, wherever you are headed. 68 degrees right now. Your high today is 88 degrees. Feels awesome outside, but Talent Heating and Air can still help you feel awesome inside. Find them online, talenthvac.com. You can also give them a call today, 256-503-4490. It's Talent Heating and Air, talenthvac.com. That's how you can join us here on the show this morning. And why not start you off with some high school football? Because in case you did not, and we're not around your radio on Saturday night, 97.7 ESPN The Zone, we had a honor to bring you Columbia and Greensboro from Milton Frank Stadium. And Drew DeArmond, the atmosphere, everything was impressive and awesome inside Milton Frank Stadium. Didn't start good for Columbia, but boy, did they finish good, stopping the nation's longest losing streak at 101 games, down in Greensboro 41-14.
Yeah, if you're going to watch the film, watch the last 3.5 quarters. Certainly it was 41-0 Columbia to end the ball game, and it was an awesome night. One of my favorite games to broadcast. It was great to be able to do the game with you and Steve and watch that losing streak come to an end. What a night for the Columbia Eagles. I mean, what a great crowd. What a lot of support for Columbia. And I'll give the Greensboro Raiders a shout-out, too. They brought some fans as well.
Yeah.
And that's a pretty long road trip. I mean, they're from the Tuscaloosa area in West Alabama, so that's not an easy trip, especially on a Saturday. So it was a great environment. It was as loud as I've ever heard it over there. And, you know, just a great all-around team win for Columbia, and the mental toughness they showed. Because, look, I mean, we all know the story. I mean, they've lost 101 games in a row. When you give up a touchdown drive pretty much all on the ground, and then you throw a pick six on your first offensive play and you're down 14-0, like 5 minutes into the game, it's really easy to think, oh, no, here we go again.
Yep.
But by halftime, it's 20-14 Columbia, and then the second half was just a beatdown.
Yes.
And Columbia's numbers are up. Coach Sammy
that was impressive to see that many guys dressed.
I mean, he had 50-plus guys, because I was asked on social media, like, how many did they have? And I was like, 50-plus. And Greensboro only had about 28.
Yep.
And they wore them down in the second half, even overcame cramping and all this kind of things, because, I mean, trust me, you could see it in the air. It was so, like, humid. The conditions were very difficult with the heat and the humidity. But, you got to give credit to Columbia and their kids and the way they fought. And now, they got a chance to have a 2-game winning streak. They're going to take on Juwan Simpson's East Limestone Indians on Friday night. That's exciting. In Juwan's debut, they lost 28-27, nearly came back from a big deficit to win at Ardmore. So it should be a really interesting matchup. And, Kristen Ritchie was awesome for Columbia with over 200 yards rushing, 4 touchdowns. But I got to give a shout out to a couple other kids, too, that really impressed me. Deuce Wilson, the QB, after that opening interception, I wouldn't say he was flawless, but he was close. He did a great job. And then I got to, give a shout out to Samaj James, who I thought really showed a lot of toughness. He, in the first half, it's one of those things where it's a half you want to forget. He was dropping the football, didn't make plays, but to his credit, he stayed with it, made a lot of plays, including a touchdown catch in the second half, helped move the chains several times. Yeah. And I got to also give a shout out to his teammates for staying with him. So I just thought it was a great performance overall. And my boy Nasir Cruz was awesome. Off the edge for their defense, and it was just a great team win for Columbia.
The offensive line started doing after Sammy Coates kind of fired them up, so to speak, after that first drive that ended in the interception. He kind of pulled the offensive line and kind of fired them up a little bit, got them going, and ever since then that they kind of opened up some big holes.
Well, it's like
for a lot of guys along that line.
It's like Christian Ritchie told you after the game. I mean, he came to Columbia for his senior season because he believed in Sammy Coates. He transferred from James Clemens, and Sammy believes in him. Told you at halftime, we're going to keep feeding him.
Yeah.
He's one of the best players on this football team, and he certainly overcame the cramps in the second half. But I thought their coaching staff did a really good job as well. Because, when he was having the cramps, you could still use him as a decoy, and they trusted the quarterback, and Deuce made plays with his arm, with his legs. That 39-yard touchdown pass that he had to A.J. Williams was one of the prettiest throws I've ever seen. And I'll be honest with you.
I thought it was, to be honest with you, down on the sidelines, I thought it was going to be underthrown.
Yeah.
But just because of the angle, and then all of a sudden it was like perfect, just dropped it into the bucket.
Yeah, I mean, and what's so crazy is that's probably as loud as I've heard Milton Frank in a long, long time. It was like a bomb went off.
Yes.
And that's basically when you really started thinking like, okay, they're going to win this game. They're the better football team. There was still some worry because trust me, Greensboro was not bad.
No,
they had speed. They had some athletes. So that 39-yard pass. That was like kind of what I said on the air. It was like putting the top on the coffin.
When we do our Bryant Bank Team of the Week, I think it's safe to say that the Columbia Eagles this week.
Hey, Sammy, have your phone on. That's all we're saying.
I think it's going to be safe to say that the Columbia Eagles will be this week's Bryant Bank Team of the Week.
Their campus is going to be very popular.
Look, they were very popular on Saturday.
Yeah,
what? At least 12 to 13 different cameras were there on the sidelines. You had Destroying from his YouTube channel there. 6.5 million subscribers. We had a chance to talk to him on the air on Saturday. He was there in attendance. I mean, it was just it was everything that Sammy Coates was building for, and the moment was right. All right, it is 7:17 here on a Monday morning. We'll keep us on schedule here, so let's get our first break in of the morning.
I gotta give a shout out to Huntsville Utilities. Way to turn that around quick and get the squirrel the hell out of there.
Get us going. Let us go. We got a lot of stuff in store for you. Alabama names a quarterback. LSU's trying to skirt the rules.
Really?
We'll explain it all. We'll explain it all. Coming up this morning.
You're listening to Talkin' Ball on 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
Still only only one accident. That accident on Highway 20 and 12th, right over there near the marina over in Decatur. Everything else looking good, but we do have some pretty dense fog in some of the valleys, so be careful through there. Taking a look at school zones, school buses are out, so be on the lookout for that, and the kids getting on and off the buses and riding their bikes and walking to school. Keep those seatbelts buckled and be safe. With the most accurate traffic report in the Tennessee Valley, I'm David Cruz, Mr. Traffic.
Mark your calendars for September 19th as All About Water invites you to Pond Tour 2026, a free self-guided walkthrough of real ponds and water features that they've built right here in the Huntsville area. Talk to them on site, ask questions, see the craftsmanship up close, no pressure, no appointment. Whether you're picturing a small backyard fountain or a full koi pond with waterfalls, this is your chance to see what's possible for free. RSVP at allaboutwaterllc.com or check out their Facebook page on the day of for participating addresses. Your backyard could be next.
Chase for the playoffs continues for your first place Rocket City Trash Pandas, August 18th through the 23rd. Promotions include a bobblehead giveaway on the 20th, Huntsville Stars Night on the 21st, and a beer stein giveaway for Oktoberfest on the 22nd. Get your tickets now by visiting tptix.com. That's tptix.com.
Let's rock it. Welcome to Kern Electrical, where teamwork powers every project. Our champion sales team takes time to understand your needs, tailoring the perfect Generac generator for your home or business. Our project managers handle all coordination, ensuring a tackle-free installation. Our certified installation crews ensure peace of mind, even in the darkest moments. With our service and maintenance lineups, you can be assured we're with you every step of the way. Experience the home team advantage of Kern Electrical, your Generac superstore.
Most current way to keep your power on. GeneracSuperstore.com.
The LG software team brings you Bamboo HR. Bamboo streamlines everything from hiring to offboarding and eliminating manual HR tasks.
With Bamboo, our customers have saved time, stay organized, and keep employees happier with a seamless HR experience.
This is unique to Huntsville and Birmingham, and I urge you to ask about it.
Just ask anyone.
Tom Abraham here from my friend Ross Roberts and his team at Valley Equipment Rental, and they have a brand new product for you. If you happen to be standing on a concrete or tile floor, Valley Equipment has the perfect cleaning solution for you. Whether it's new construction, daily work areas, or an area that's been neglected for too long, the Valley Equipment team of experienced professionals can help you choose the right floor scrubber or sweeper for your needs. Valley even has the right cleaning products for the job. Call Valley Equipment Rental today to learn more. Make a clean sweep with Valley Equipment Rental.
Hi, Bama fans. Chris Stewart, voice of the Crimson Tide. Join us all season long for Alabama football. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
Welcome back in on a Monday morning, 7:21. Welcome in. Talking Ball at 97.7 ESPN, The Zone. Scott Tyson, Drew DeArmond. Happy Monday morning. I tell you what, you walk outside this morning, and it does start to feel just a little bit more like football weather. Just a little bit.
I ain't for the humidity.
Coming up on Saturday, don't forget you will have the Stories. The Story Financial Partners Bowl. I got to remember how to say that right. The Story Financial Partners Bowl over at Wicks Family Field. Yep. UNA in Sanford, 6 p.m. kickoff. Tickets on sale, Ticketmaster.com. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone will broadcast the game for you at 6 o'clock. We'll have a little pregame show as well. So that is coming up on Saturday. Make sure if you want college football, don't forget Alabama A&M opens the season Saturday on the road in Atlanta. The Cricket Wireless Celebration Bowl, or the Cricket Wireless game or whatever, they're going to take on Howard. It's on ABC, I can tell you that.
Yeah, I believe it's the SWAC MEAC.
SWAC MEAC Challenge.
Yep.
Yeah, they're in Atlanta.
Yeah, it's going to be on national television on ABC, and Alabama A&M in year 2 under Sam Shade will take on Howard. It's a great opportunity for them. You can certainly watch that on your phone while you sit in Wicks Family Field, and then be a part of the Samford and UNA game.
Yeah, and coming up this morning, 8 o'clock, Brent Dearmon will join us, UNA head football coach. You heard him last week on our tailgate show. This week, though, we'll talk a lot more X's and O's. We'll talk about Samford and getting ready for this game and how his team has progressed through the entire fall camp to get ready for Saturday. Alabama over the weekend officially names, and I don't think there was any surprise to some, but Keelan Russell named starting quarterback for the Alabama Crimson Tide. He will start, you can't say under center, but he will start at quarterback for the Crimson Tide in that opener against East Carolina a week from Saturday.
Well, I'm going to thank my good friend Nick Kelly because I've got to just reprogram myself. It's Keelan.
Keelan, yes, and we also got to reprogram ourselves with the defensive coordinator as well.
We do.
Some of us do. Did you see Nick Kelly? He put the official. He put exactly how you say his name on there.
Is it Kane Womack?
It is. Let me see. It's Womack.
Yeah, Kane Womack.
Womack. W-A-H. Womack.
Yeah, Kane Womack and Keelan Russell. So. We
it's not Womack, he says. Nick Kelly says, and add another PSA while you're here. Alabama defensive coordinator Kane Womack. It's not Kane Womack.
Now, wait a minute. You're saying it's not Kane Womack or it is Kane Womack?
No, it's not Womack. It's Womack. Yes.
What?
Yes. Yes. Check out Nick Kelly's thing.
I just said Womack.
W-A-H. Yeah. He says it's not Womack. W-O-E. It's W-A-H. Womack.
Womack?
Yes.
Okay, whatever the hell. Care. God is bullshit. Okay.
He puts it on there because he put out like some PSAs over the weekend. They were pretty funny.
Womack? What the hell? Just do your job. Womack.
Yeah.
Kane Womack. But anyway, Keelan Russell is the quarterback as expected. I mean, like I said, there were some that thought Austin Mack was still going to win the job and maybe have it early on in the season, but I never believed that. I always thought that Keelan was going to be the quarterback. I mean, as I kept saying on the show repeatedly, Austin Mack is a good player, really good player, but he had been there 2+ years ahead of Keelan Russell and couldn't hold him off. I mean, it became obvious that if you watch the spring game, I know Austin was a little banged up, completely understand it, but you could see the talent of Keelan Russell, and it continued to assert itself in fall camp. And certainly Austin Mack made it a competition. It was a competition, no question about it.
Yeah.
But in the latter half of fall camp, Keelan Russell started pulling away, and he won the job. I think he cemented it with his performance in the last scrimmage. Certainly he did turn the ball over one time to Dre Kirkpatrick, which would have been a pick six, but it was thudding. They blow the whistle. But he made one mistake, but he made a ton of big plays as well. And I give a lot of credit to Kalen DeBoer and this coaching staff. They play the best player.
Right.
That's the one thing where Nick Saban at times was very loyal to certain guys in his program, and he would make guys that you look just obviously more talented that were second guys, string guys, sometimes even third stringer. Now, some of those guys, like a Tim Williams, part of the reason he didn't play a lot is because he had to mature, and his off the field conduct at times was a little iffy. But at times, a guy like Ryan Anderson to me was better than Denzel Duvall, and you never understood why he didn't start until Duvall left.
Right.
So, or with even our good friend Damian Harris, really good player at Alabama, but Josh Jacobs to me was a better player and should have played more snaps. And in fact, I think he should have started. But both of them should have played. But, look, I mean, Josh Jacobs was more explosive, a better goal line runner, and he's still playing in the NFL today. So, again, it's just one of those things. It's kind of, and then with the Saban with Jalen Hurts and Tua Tagovailoa, they should have been playing Tua more because Jalen Hurts just wasn't as good as Tua Tagovailoa. That's the bottom line at the University of Alabama. But every coach has his vices. That was probably Saban's. Certainly, Kalen DeBoer has got to get his team ready to play, and they got to be more consistent. They can't continue to drop games, like at Vanderbilt the way they did, against Oklahoma in year one, last year against Florida State. We all understand that. Now, I'm not going to say it about Georgia and Indiana because I'll just be honest. By the end of the season, with the way Alabama's banged up, both them teams were better than Alabama. I'm not going to sit there and complain
you're
about
right.
it.
You're right.
But I mean, every coach has to fix things, and so I think that's what Kalen has to do. But I'll give Kalen's staff credit. They play a lot of guys, and they believe in it. And I think overall, they understand that you got to play these guys or they'll transfer. And then I think they picked the best player at quarterback with Keelan Russell. And Kane Womack and this defense, I think, is going to be one of the better units in college football. I'll work on that from this point forward.
I keep looking at it. I'm like, what the heck? I gotta figure this out. I'm gonna figure it out. We gotta get it. Oh, okay. I know. Shoot. Let's get him in for like 2 seconds. Let's get Arizona Jay in for 2 seconds here. Good morning, bud.
Good morning, Jay.
Man, just checking up on my fellow knuckle draggers over there, man. Only get 2 seconds. Oh, man, come on.
Well, we just got power back,
yeah,
man. We actually started about 5-6 minutes late. That we had about 20,000 people without power for 2 seconds because some squirrel probably ate something.
Nah, I was just calling in because I'm looking at ESPN, and I think the kid's named Quishon something, but I didn't think it was possible, but they're letting the kid go back to. He's not going to go back to Ole Miss where he
we're going to talk about that here in a little bit because LSU is trying to circumvent.
Hopefully, Sankey's going to step in and tell him to shove it straight up there. You know what?
There's a lot of things that have to happen. It's Daquan Wright, and there's a lot of stuff to unpack with that because it is a sticky wicket right now.
But I'm looking at ESPN. They're saying this is actually going to happen.
Well,
we'll see.
There's a lot of red tape that has to happen before he actually takes to the field for LSU.
I mean, this is the same network behind the WNBA letting Enes Kanter get thrown out of the freaking ball game because he's wearing a pro women's shirt.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how smart these idiots are.
And the commentator's saying, well, she just needed to speak her mind.
Well, she just needs to shut her mouth.
Oh, were you talking about that WNBA game? Where it was Enes Kanter? Man, that's why the WNBA. I hate to talk about them, but their product is so garbage right now because of the attitudes they got out there on the court. And it's kind of like y'all acting entitled, but you got players that are beating lifelong players like records in 2 years. So it's kind of like you guys been garbage for some years now, man. And it's like, come on, man. Call it how I see it. Just like White Chocolate said, he was like, my high school basketball team will probably beat these WNBA players. So it's kind of like, you know what White Chocolate is.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Jason Williams. And he had a dude named Randy Moss who'd drop about 70 on these chicks.
Yep.
Yeah, man. But, hey, I know y'all got y'all up against time. Like I said, just checking on my people. And, hey, it's getting close to SEC. I got yelled at yesterday because I compared Pete Golden. I said Pete Golden reminded me of Kirby Smart. And I got yelled at by some girl it was just an ass reaming.
All I heard was I got yelled at by girls.
I felt like I got a colonoscopy over the
you feel like Enes Kanter right now,
All
Jay.
I heard is he got yelled at by girls.
Yeah.
Y'all have a good one.
Was this
Jay.
on the playground?
Yeah.
All right. Let's get a break in because when we come back, Cole Pinkston will join the show. We'll get caught up on everything Auburn.
You're listening to Talkin' Ball on 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
Just getting some information. It looks like the Squirrels fell off the belt. Generate power for North Huntsville. So you're going to have some power outages. That means traffic lights are out in some places, so use them as a four-way stop. And pay attention to the police officers that are trying to direct traffic up in North Huntsville. Everything else looking pretty good. It looks like the accident we had on Highway 20 is now gone. That's good news. Right now we're on the Parkway taking a look at things, and it's moving extremely well. It's only moderate to light. Keep the seatbelts buckled and be safe, especially to the school zones. From the Tennessee Valley Traffic Center Mobile Unit, I'm David Cruz, Mr. Traffic.
Eagle Masonry and Insulation. It's right there in the name. Eagle is your one-stop shop for block, stone, or brickwork, monument signs, and outdoor kitchens and fireplaces. Eagle also offers the finest craftsmanship in insulation, including fiberglass or spray foam insulation, and of course, insulation removal. Philip Love and his team have years of experience, bringing the region the best in masonry and insulation services. For more information and a quote, visit insulatewitheagle.com or call 256-755-1556. Eagle saves you time. Eagle saves you money.
Tom Abraham here for my friends at DraftKings. And on September 2nd, DraftKings Game Day arrives with massive deals, exclusive deals, and an all-day celebration built for sports fans. The countdown has begun. All roads lead to Game Day. Now remember the date, September 2nd. DraftKings Game Day is the kickoff of a new season, a new era, and the biggest day in sports history. Get ready to celebrate. New DraftKings customers sign up with the code 977TheZone. Spend $5 to get $200 in rewards within 21 days. That's code 977TheZone. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days via click to claim. Issued in non-withdrawable prediction dollars that expire in 1 year. Terms dkng.co/predictions promo. Nationwide based on sportsbook predictions and free-to-play sports contest availability. Varies by state.
When you call most roofing companies, all you'll hear is, you need a new roof. Not when you call Fleming. At Fleming Roofing and Restoration, we're focused on your needs, whether it's an easy repair or a full roof replacement. Folks around here trusted Fleming since 1965 for all their residential and commercial roofing needs. And as the area's storm damage experts, Fleming knows all the ins and outs of the insurance claims process. Log on FlemingHSV.com to schedule your free estimate today. Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
Fall Saturdays in the South mean football. And when football season rolls, patio and grill season rolls right with it. Turn your patio into your favorite place to watch the game. From premium grills like Big Green Egg, Yoder, Blaze, and Napoleon, to outdoor furniture built for Saturdays. Brooks & Collier has everything you need to make your patio the best seat in the house. Brooks & Collier, 80 years, 4 generations, the Valley's best in outdoor living. 813 Meridian Street and at brooksandcollier.com.
It's football season. Listen in for the performance of the night, brought to you by Chick-fil-A, South Parkway, each Friday night with Scott Tyson on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Hi, welcome back in. Talking Ball, 97.7 ESPN The Zone, 7:35 on a Monday morning. Welcome back into the program. Last week, we kicked off the high school football week. We'll have another good week of high school football, but this week, we also kick off the start of the college football season. Week 0 of the college football season gets underway this week. Next week, we get week 1 of the college football season, and that'll see the Auburn Tigers travel to the ATL to take on Baylor in the Aflac kickoff game inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Auburn getting ready to break camp down on the plains and start installing that game plan for the Baylor Bears. And quarterback DJ Lagway, the former Florida Gator quarterback.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be a very interesting matchup for Auburn. I think they're going to play well. I got them winning this game. And I'm looking forward to seeing them on the field. But I know our next guest, he was on the road because, again, Saturday meant 2 weeks until the opener in Atlanta. I know you and Steve Moulton will be there. I'll be in Tuscaloosa, luckily and hopefully inside of an air-conditioned press box, not, baking my ass off in the heat. That it'll be 11 a.m. for Alabama taking on East Carolina. But the Auburn Tigers will be in Mercedes-Benz Stadium taking on the Baylor Bears and Dave Aranda. And as you said, DJ Lagway now at his father's alma mater, playing for Baylor, trying to get a second opportunity, a second chapter to his career after the one was so rocky under Billy Napier with the Florida Gators. But going to be interesting. But speaking of quarterbacks, our next guest was on the road watching a future Auburn quarterback, and we're going to see him in our area this year, Scott, because as you know, with all the moving around and the reclassifications and the separation of the private schools, Gadsden City is now a 6A school, and they are now going to be in the region with a lot of the Huntsville City schools and Madison City when you're talking about James Clemens and Bob Jones. And so they had a tough matchup in their opener on Friday night. They were, again, playing against the Oxford Yellow Jackets. Really good program, who has an outstanding culture there. But of course, we know Allie Smith and Gadsden City are very talented. They sent Zion Gibson to Alabama last year. They usually have multiple collegiate prospects on their squad. And, of course, Drake Kirkpatrick Jr. is a former Gadsden City Titan. But Auburn QB commit Sam Solly played his first game the other night, and Cole Pinkston was there watching him for Auburn on 3 and part of the Rivals Network covering recruiting for Auburn. And we're also going to get his thoughts as camp is basically closed now for the Auburn Tigers. But we're going to welcome him into the conversation right now on the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline. Cole, you're with Drew and Scott. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
What did you think of Sam Solly? I mean, I saw him last year. I was able to do a game during his junior season when they ended up playing the Mae Jemison Jaguars. It was quite a ball game. Both teams had a lot of athletes on each side. You could see the talent, the arm talent, and his ability to move. But that was a really good Oxford team they played. What were your thoughts on Sam after you got a chance to see him up close?
Yeah, I was really impressed with Oxford. They hit Gadsden City in the mouth early, had a kickoff return for a touchdown. Kamari English, that's a 2028 safety to know he can play. And then, scored a couple of times before really Sam got a chance to get his feet under him and get a drive going. But, look, when he got his opportunities, I felt like he delivered pretty well. He's got a lot of arm talent. He's still not using his body a whole lot, so it's all coming from the arm, which I think is, there's going to be a lot more potential to that arm as he continues to develop. But, he had to be on the move a little bit more than I'm used to seeing him on watching film from last year. He was under pressure most of the time and rolling out and evading the pressure, getting out of the pocket. And I thought his throws were pretty accurate. He missed one or two, but for the most part, pretty accurate. And he threw the ball away when he had to. So understands how to keep it clean. I think that's good for where he's currently at. And then I think the tools are all there without maybe some of the mobility that you see in some of the quarterbacks today. But, definitely the arm talent's there for sure.
Mm-hmm. Is he, when he does run, is he fast? Does he have the mobility?
Yeah, because of the style of offense that we know that we believe that Alex Golesh
is going to play.
Wants to play during his tenure at Auburn with Byron Brown being there, and then Tristan Tia and the guys he's got on the squad.
He's got some mobility. He's not void of mobility, but he's definitely more comfortable sitting in the pocket. I mean, I would classify him as more of a pocket passer than a dual threat.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting, being that Auburn has Byron Brown and he is what he is, but they've also had Hendon Hooker in that offensive system,
right?
A guy that was more into standing in the pocket and was really good. So I don't know if it's we're so used to with Hugh Freeze, he's got to have a dual threat guy. He's got to have this.
Yeah,
I think these guys are like, man, I just want poise. I don't care what kind of style you are, we'll make it work. Give me poise, and this guy's got it.
It certainly does. And, of course, Coach Sam Adams, former Hillcrest Tuscaloosa coach and now in his 6th year at Oxford, has done a great job keeping that program elite. And like you said, there are prospects on both sides. You already mentioned Kamari English, so there's some guys in that Oxford program that Auburn fans need to remember.
Yeah, there's a couple of offensive linemen that Oxford has. They have several, actually, but two guys that are big names. Bryson Sanderson is a guy that's continuing to get looks from programs like Auburn. He's committed to Memphis. And then you've got Jackson Elston, who is committed to South Carolina. Now, he didn't start the game. I'm not sure why. He was on special teams. And I thought that was interesting. But he's definitely looks the part. Big offensive lineman, well above 300 pounds, I would say. And Auburn's probably keeping an eye on him too, but he's committed to South Carolina right now.
And then, as we said, camp is basically broken for Auburn. Are they now done after last week with the hotel? Are they with school starting? Have they moved out of the hotel?
Yeah, they're out of the hotel and back to their normal lives, I guess you could say. Auburn actually put a video out of the linemen catching punts, and if they caught so many of them, they got to go home and they didn't have to stay another night in the hotel, is what it sounded like they were saying. So I think they accomplished that. It was a pretty funny video, but they were ready to go home. I think they were ready to get out of the hotel.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Cole, what impressed you the most about this first fall camp under Alex Golesh?
I think just using my past experience of going through a fall camp as a player and as a coach at Huntington College in Montgomery, which is Division III, much smaller scale. I get it, but look, it's football, and it's college football at that. And I just thought that some of the things we did on that level, and look, I have a ring from there. We were good. Okay, we won football games. And I believe in the process that they do over there. And one of the things that they were so into was keeping you on your toes. We're not going through the motions. You're never going to get used to anything. And I felt like watching, at least years 2 and 3 of Hugh Freeze, it was getting sort of going through the motions. We're here, we'll do fundamentals for 20 minutes, and then we'll go into team, and we'll do this. Well, I mean, it was never the same practice schedule. Every day that we went out there, it was different. It was always a different kind of fundamental drill, or, hey, we're going to throw you into an 11-on-11, whether you are ready for it or not. You got 60 seconds to line up and run a play. Impromptu, you never know what's coming. You're always on your toes. You're looking over your shoulder for something crazy to happen if you're a player. And that stood out to me the most.
Yeah, no question. And like I've said the whole time, I just think that there's this is an all business type situation, which I think is a positive. I know that Hugh Freeze preached family and camaraderie and everything, and that's fine. But I just think they had lost a hard edge at Auburn, and I think to me, just from observing Alex Golesh in practice, his press conferences, I think he's trying to get that hard edge back. And I'll be honest, I'm not sure Tennessee has had it since he left. So I'm really anxious to see what kind of edge Auburn plays with in this game against Baylor, which I think is a good matchup for Auburn from the standpoint. It's not somebody like that you're, in my opinion, when you're playing a group of 6 or even an FCS that you're going to crush.
Yeah.
This is a quality Power 4 opponent, and yet I think it's one where Auburn can make a statement, Cole.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, on your point on Hugh Freeze there, I'll give him a little credit because I do think that the players liked him a lot and were close with him, and he obviously was a good recruiter. He didn't have much to sell. He still brought in, good players. And I think the difference, though, with Golesh is, he didn't have 14 guys or 13 guys follow him from South Florida because they were his buddy. It was more of because, hey, we think you get results, so we're going to follow you here. So it's that kind of relationship. It's almost more business than it is we're buddies. We're going to hang out after this, kind of thing. But on Baylor, I do think that that's a pretty good matchup for Auburn. But, I've done the on-paper talent comparison, and Auburn is the more talented team. And my research says when the more talented team walks into a game, typically they win. It's not always the case. There's outliers. Vanderbilt and Indiana are great examples of that. But the majority of the time, the more talented team on paper is the one that's winning the game right now. It's changing, but it's mostly still that. So I do think Auburn should win this game. I don't want to put that on their shoulders exactly, but I think they should win this game, and they need to.
What should we expect then from Byron Brown in this first game?
I think, I really, the question I've asked all offseason is how expendable is he exactly? How often can you run him? And he's going to take some hits when he does. And he's a big guy, he's strong, powerful, but, if you don't believe in your backup, you're scared to do that. And I think they believe in Tristan Tia. I think they're okay if he's in the game. I don't know if they feel great about it, but they feel decent. But they also go, look, our best chance of winning is running Byron Brown. That's what he does. So we're going to do it. And I think you're going to see that early and often against Baylor. He's going to get the QB run game going, and he's going to scramble, and he's going to, win with his legs a lot. And then I think he can, he's obviously done it with his arm too. So I just expect Auburn to keep that same QB run game going, which has been a really good formula for success for Auburn.
Sounds like too that you told us that Omar Mabson has had a really good camp overall, but that for that last scrimmage, it sounded like that he did some nice things, or at least in the final practice, maybe before they broke camp.
Yeah, Omar Mabson's a guy that nobody really knows about if you're not plugged into Auburn, because he hadn't played much. Now he helped out a little bit at times, after Damari Austin left the program last year. He got thrown into the fire maybe a little bit sooner than he thought he would be, and I think that was good for him. But what a lot of people don't know about Mabson is he's such a great fit for what they do. He's a yards after contact kind of guy, but he's also kind of jittery. He's got some moves to him while also weighing 215 at 5'9". So, he's a little bit of a bowling ball like Sean Shivers was, but he's heavier, and he's got a little bit more wiggle in the open field. And I think that every time I've ever seen him, I've been very impressed with Omar Mabson. And then Bryson Washington's there, and this is his former team, Baylor. So I'm really interested to see him out there and see what kind of motivation he has. And he can play. He's rushed for 1,000 yards and then 800 the next year.
Mm-hmm. And I know they gave him a lot of work late in camp, because I know they were on him to get in shape and everything, but I know that they're gonna, and we all know what Jeremiah Cobb is gonna do. He from what I understand, near the end of camp, he was described as electric. He's going to be the starter, but they need Mabson and Washington to be there is what I guess you would say a three-headed monster, and really four when you already talked about how much they're going to run Byron Brown.
I really like, you can tell Golish, he'll talk. If you ask him a question, he'll talk about it for 5 minutes.
Right.
When you ask him about running backs, I noticed during fall camp, every press conference, he'd give you a quick, they're doing really well. I think we're good there. In other words, pretty confident about that room. I think they feel good about where they're at in the running back room.
Defensively, there's been a lot of talk on the offseason about the offense, obviously, because Alex Golish there. But with DJ Durkin back, it just seems kind of like we expect to see the same defense that we've seen under Durkin at Auburn. Should we feel that way?
I think it's very fair that you're asking the question, because if you followed Auburn like I do, you know to expect the unexpected, right?
Yeah.
So it seems like, everything should be perfectly fine with the defense. You've got a lot of guys coming back. You got DJ Durkin back, same system. Some of these guys have now been in it for their third year. The only thing that I would say, maybe they take a step back in is pass rush, and I think I've maybe said that to y'all before.
Yeah.
I think Keldrick Falk and Kieron Crawford a little bit underrated. Keldrick Falk not underrated because he's a first-round pick, but not as big of a pass rush threat, but he kind of changed Auburn's defense, especially the way they ran their formations and go to a three-man front because he was handling two guys every single play.
Mm-hmm.
I think they could take a step back there. People are going to realize, something's missing there maybe at times. But it's going to gradually get better. I think Jared Smith is a young guy that's going to keep getting better. He's still young, so you're putting a lot on him. And then you got Deshaun Womack, who, he hasn't ever broken out. He's been at LSU. He's been at Ole Miss. He's played maybe 25 to 30 snaps a game in a rotational role. Now he's the guy. So I'm really curious to see how those two guys handle the big games.
Yeah, no doubt. And we're excited for Cody Sigler, too. I know in your position rankings after camp, you ranked the interior defensive line 4th on the team. That's pretty surprising considering you just talked about them losing Keldrick Falk, Kieron Crawford, and I know they lost some other experience and guys to the NFL. So for that, in your mind, for that unit to be in the top 4 on the team heading into the opener against Baylor, that's pretty significant.
Yeah, I really like the depth of the interior defensive line, and when I did that, I'm counting technically your nose guard and your 3 technique, and not so much your defensive ends.
Right.
So Cody Sigler, Dallas Walker, I think are your 2 starters there. Dallas Walker, if you turn on the film, he was as solid as he could be for Auburn last year. And then Cody Sigler's the guy that gets all the buzz right now. Explosive player, pass rush threat from the interior, stops the run, does it all. But the depth behind them, Jordan Crawford, Malik Autry, Darion Smith, St. Ferrier is a guy they got over from Appalachian State that they like a lot. They got options. It goes even deeper than that.
Yeah, no doubt.
Davion Branch is a young guy. So, yeah, I mean, I think they got some playable depth there.
No doubt. Well, we appreciate the time and the look into Sam Solly that you got close up on the recruiting trail on Friday night, and we appreciate the intel on the football team. Let everybody know how to follow you, Cole, and we always appreciate your time on the show.
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at Cole Pinkston. Also, Auburn Sports, that's where I spend most of my time. The message boards, the corner, the bunker. And I think we still got our 75% off annual deal going on, so definitely get that while it's hot before it's gone, and come join the community over there at Auburn Sports on 3.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man.
Appreciate it.
All right, let's get a break in. No, yeah, sorry. All right, we'll keep it right here till the end of hour number 1.
Setting the table for Brent Dearmon, who's going to be joining us at 8 o'clock and talking some UNA, because I think they had kind of a mock game the other day after we left.
They went through their little
walkthrough
stuff and did that, and
yep.
But no, they've been busy getting ready for Samford and head coach John Gross, who begins his first season as Samford Bulldog head coach. Now, remember, John Gross he's no stranger to the state of football in Alabama, having coached on the high school level, then coached at Jack State before going at Jack State. He really kind of helped start Bill Clark, then John Gross. John Gross was there a little bit longer, kind of really started laying the bricks for that stronger foundation there at Jack State, and then goes to Clemson. Spends some time there as an offensive analyst and stuff there with Clemson and Dabo Swinney, returning back to the state of Alabama to become the Samford Bulldog head coach. So that'll be fun. Wicks Family Field, Saturday, 6 o'clock, 97.7 ESPN, The Zone. We're a big part of it. We'll have a little pregame show for you, and then we will have the game for you at 6 o'clock on Saturday. Should be a fun time. They're going to have UNA local legends.
Yep.
And that is a big thing that's happening there. Local legends, guys that played in the Madison County area that went on to have big roles for the UNA Lions. So I know Israel Rabon, a big part of that, and big thank you to Bill Penny Toyota.
Hopefully Keith Humphrey.
And Keith Humphrey, yeah. So, I mean, there's a lot of names that you'll recognize there on Saturday, and we'll have a little pregame show. But Brent Dearmon is going to join us at the top of the hour. We'll talk more UNA football with him, get his prognosis. Like, again, we talked to him last week in Florence, but this week we're going to really delve into the X's and O's, what they think of, what they've been able to I guess, simulate from Samford, because I guess you take what John Gross did at Jack State, you take a little bit of his tendencies and try to figure it all out, but that'll come up here in just a minute. Anyway, Brent Dearmon, UNA head football coach, coming up
next
after this quick timeout.
This is Brent Musburger's VSiN Action Update on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Drivers who switch to Progressive have an annual savings of nearly $750. Progressive.com.
Falcons rolled over the Colts 34-6 in week 2 of the NFL preseason. This week, the Atlanta Falcons will close out the preseason Friday night at the Miami Dolphins. The season opener coming up September the 13th. Steelers laying 3 against the Atlanta Falcons at Acrisure Stadium. The Atlanta Braves yesterday with a 4-2 win over the Brewers in the Little League Classic in Williamsport, PA. The Braves hosting the Dodgers. Open up a series starting tomorrow. Braves are the plus 160 series underdog. The Phillies within 3 of the Braves in the NL East. The Phillies another 20 favorite today at Seattle. For more, go to VSIN.com. Mike Sennett, 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
What better way to take in the beautiful fall than with a Forno outdoor kitchen from Owen Home Appliance? The one that we are featuring now is the Forno Ultra Qualita 5-burner 176-inch black outdoor kitchen kit, complete with the grill, a pizza oven, a sink, a beverage center, a flat top, and all the counter space you could want. This thing is amazing. Learn more at owenappliance.com and just search out Forno Outdoor Kitchen. Owen Appliance and Forno, a match made for the fall.
Hey folks, Arthur Seed, managing partner at University Kia, letting you know we are proud supporters of Alabama and Auburn football. Swing by University Kia today and check out our huge selections of brand new Kias, including the spacious Telluride 8-passenger SUV, the slick new K5, the sporty Kia Seltos. We've got perfect cars for every lifestyle and budget. Visit universitykia.com to view all our amazing offers and get pre-approved amenities. Because we want to see you in a Kia. Roll Tide, War Eagle.
WZZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
SportsMed is the official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. And if the pros trust SportsMed, you can too. SportsMed provides every service you might need for complete orthopedic care, specializing in orthopedic surgery, sports medicine, joint replacement, spine surgery, neurosurgery, and podiatry. And they offer their own brace shop, in-house full-body MRI, physical therapy, walk-in clinic, and so much more. 4 locations and on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
This hour brought to you by SportsMed Orthopedic and Spine Center. Online at sportsmedalabama.com. Welcome to Talkin' Ball with Scott Theisen and Drew DeArmond. Call into the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline now, 256-576-4977. That's 256-576-4977. Now, here's Scott and Drew.
Hour 2, off and running. SportsMed Orthopedic Surgery and Spine Center, dedicated to providing care that improves lives, helping us get going here in hour number 2. 256-881-5151. If you want to experience the SportsMed difference, make sure you find them online as well. SportsMedAlabama.com, North Alabama's leader in sports medicine surgery, state-of-the-art orthopedic urgent care, as well as the most comprehensive spine team in North Alabama. It is SportsMed Orthopedic Surgery and Spine Center. All right. Coming up on Saturday, Wicks Family Field, kickoff 6 p.m. UNA taking on Samford. 97.7 ESPN The Zone will be a part of that game. And to help us start previewing it, we'll preview it a little bit each and every day here on 97.7 ESPN The Zone leading up to Saturday's kickoff. But now let's step on. We had the fortune to sit with him last week over in Florence, visit a little bit about the off season and everything about that. But now it's time to delve into a little bit more X's and O's and go more in depth with some UNA football.
Yeah, no doubt. He's entering his 4th season. He's super excited. The Bank Independence Stadium will open later this season, but we're just off the charts right now with our excitement because of the storied Financials Bowl against Samford, where UNA is coming to Huntsville, Alabama, to play at Wicks Family Field. and showcase this football team. I know Coach Dearmon was very excited when we talked with him last week. He's been very kind to join us this morning as we preview this contest that we can't wait to broadcast here on 97.7 The Zone and see his UNA Lions take the field against Samford. But, Coach, good morning. I know it's a busy one. You're with Drew and Scott yet again. How are you?
Doing fantastic this morning, fellas. Excited to talk UNA football with you guys.
Finally, last week when we talked to you, it was okay, camp and everything else like that. This week we talked to you. It's game week, Coach. Game week.
Well, we were excited too, Coach, because after we spoke with you, Mike Ezekiel was very kind to take us with a hard hat on. I know I look like Bob the Builder, but I got a chance to walk around the stadium. I know you do that once a day. You try to go through the tunnel. We weren't able to go through the tunnel, but we certainly walked around the facility. And I know they're working day and night to get this sucker ready, but man, it looks great.
Man, it's an amazing feeling, and you said I go through there about once a day. I wait till all the construction workers leave at night so I don't get in trouble. But the other night I put a little Phil Collins on as I was walking through that tunnel, envisioning the smoke as you're coming out the back end of the tunnel. Man, it's a very exciting time to welcome in this new era of UNA football with this stadium.
Yeah, I mean, we as Drew said, we took that tour, and it's hard to believe that there'll be 10,000 people being able to sit in there. I mean, it does not look like it would hold that much, but it's spectacular. Yeah, it's spectacular. But I can tell you another venue that is awesome for college football, and UNA will be the first college game ever played at Wicks Family Field. And Coach, the countdown is on to Saturday night.
Yes, it is. It's going to be a great matchup between us and Samford. I've got tons of respect for Coach Gross and the staff that he's put together there. I know that they have talent. I know that they are very well coached. I know that schematics-wise that they will give problems to us and everybody they play. But, man, what a historic venue there at Joe Davis and Huntsville, and all the ties that both schools have there, the alumni, the fan base that both come out of that Huntsville area. So I think it's going to be a great night. I think both bands are coming, so it's going to be a packed house there for this football game Saturday night.
Well, and I know when we spoke with you last week, you guys were getting ready to have kind of a mock game, and you're winding down fall camp. How did that all go with your football team, and where do you think your team is mentally right now heading into what this week now is game week? This is game week. This is locking in for a true opponent, and you finally get a chance to see someone across from you that's not yourself.
You know, I like the team we have. The two toughest days in football in fall camp are the day school starts and the mock game day, because you're hoping your kids can be locked in and focused enough to go out and execute a mock game, usually in a helmet day, and stay focused. And then the day school starts, they got so much going on. They're getting to see new 18 and 19-year-old females walk across campus for the first time after 3 weeks of fall camp. And we decided to do both of those things on the same day. We had our mock game on the first day of school, and our kids did a great job. You know, I get a little stressed and worried about little details like that, and our kids showed up and was unbelievably focused, locked in, and was really, really pleased with how they came out and practiced that day. And now we've kind of taken our attention and focused on a very good Samford team that coaching staff-wise, Coach Gross hasn't called an offensive play in a few years, so we've had to go back and find some old Jacksonville State clips, and then what all did he pick up from Clemson while he was there to add to his offense. And defensively, their defensive coordinator has not called a defensive snap, but has been on some really good defensive staff. So we've got to figure out who he's going to be. You're looking back through Clemson tapes for years and trying to figure out what scheme they're going to run. So it's tough going into this game, but I think we've got to keep it simple and basic for our players to go out and play fast.
Yeah, you kind of alluded to it there. John Gross, I mean, he has a style. He had a style when he was at Jack State. He goes to Clemson. And obviously, you know, you start learning some different stuff with Dabo Sweeney and company. So you kind of alluded to it. How tough then is it really to predict what they might do on offense, and how do you react in game to that?
You know, he's very similar to kind of Coach Malzahn, a mentor of mine, very flashy, wants to run the ball, It's going to give you funky formations, going to give you motions, going to RPO you to stress you a little bit, trick play guy. So what I've tried to do is go over and help Coach Bowen on that side of the ball and just I draw things up either from my days or Coach Malzahn's playbook that just to try to create things that mess with the eyes of the defenders, just to help them out because you really don't know. You can go back and watch his scheme from his time at Jacksonville State, but then I think there's been 2 or 3 coordinators on the offensive side of the ball at Clemson since he's been over there helping them out. So what all did he pick up? What all has he added to his scheme? You really don't know. So we're just trying to throw the kitchen sink right now at our guys on defense.
Yeah, no doubt. Getting them prepared for this Samford attack. And then, but like we talked about last week, you've got a returner at quarterback who I know you're very confident in, who's played a lot of football for you, put nearly a season under center. And I know you hired a new coordinator, and they've changed some things schematically. But when you have a guy with game experience, it matters a lot.
Yes, college football is hard. And I tell our guys all the time, it's hard to win in college football. And when you've got a guy that has wins in college football playing the quarterback position, it's an advantage. He brings a little bit of experience and expertise of playing the position that when things get tough, when adversity hits, you like having a guy standing back there that the other 10 can go, all right, he's been in this situation before. He's led us through this situation before. I mean, we're on the road against Illinois State last year, down by a couple of touchdowns, and he rallied us and brings us back into a game we lose in double overtime, or we get a home win last year against Eastern Kentucky on homecoming. So he's been in these tough moments. He's been in these situations, and it's a good feeling as the head coach knowing that the locker room believes in that guy that's leading us through it.
Yeah, Destin Wade's really done a nice job.
Yeah, and Coach, staying on that offensive side of the ball, I mean, how you kind of alluded to it and talked to us about it last week, but how different is it for you not being there calling the plays on Saturday?
Right.
It's been very challenging, to be honest with you. I'm trying to find where I can help Coach Partridge the most and not get in his way and not make him feel like things aren't his. So early on, I just tried to get completely out of it, and he would come to me and ask me questions. And I know that that's where I've kind of cut my teeth. I know that that's where I can help this football team. So here recently, just before y'all called this morning, Coach Partridge came in and said, "Hey, have you looked at this, and this from the Clemson film we're looking at?" And I had a cutoff already made of those things, and so me and him watched it together. And I asked him, "What do you think?" And I just try to put my opinion into things. And at the end of the day, I say, Travis, that the running back coach in me says, you do what you want to do. Every now and then the head coach has to come in and say, hey, I don't think that's a good idea, or hey, I really like that idea. So I'm finding kind of my niche, my role in this new age where I'm more of a general manager of the whole program, fundraiser, NIL, all those things. And then I get to dabble around a little bit with the offense with coaching running backs now, but it's been hard for sure.
Well, in a football game like this, and we really didn't get a chance to talk with you last week about it, and we watched him kick for our good friend Bob Godsey, and of course he went to Auburn and did a nice job for them before transferring to UNA and setting a school record last year with the longest field goal in Division I history for them. But how is Ian Vachon entrenched there as the kicker for you heading into this game against Samford?
Yeah, we actually brought in another transfer this offseason, Thomas Schwartz. Thomas will probably be our kickoff guy.
Gotcha.
So Ian is a very accurate kicker. Right now, he is our place kicker, our field goal kicker. That takes you back right there. Somebody said place kicker. That reminds me of my father back in the late 80s, early 90s, using the word place kicker. But he'll be our field goal kicker. And then Thomas will be the kickoff guy. And I like doing that because you don't wear a kid's leg out. If he's doing both all year long, he's doing both in season, on Tuesday, on Thursday, that leg gets tired. So Ian right now slated as our field goal kicker and does a great job. Like I said, he set a record last year for us for the longest kick in school history. I mean, that kid, I think made the kick to beat Texas A&M for Auburn. So he's been in some big moments and doesn't get fazed by those things.
Coach, what you break camp or whatever? What's something that you look at on camp and be like, man, this position was really good. I mean, I kind of underestimated it, but man, they're playing at a really, really high level right now.
No, well, I tell you, we talked about it on the show the other day. We voted for captains the day before I was on y'all's show last time, and
yes, sir.
The usual suspects: Destin Wade, your starting quarterback's a captain, which is a great sign. Jaheim Ingram, who's been a 4-year starter, he wears number 44 in honor of Ronald McKinnon. So that guy, of course, is a captain. Was a captain last year. But the other two really sent a message to me. Colin Wright has been a 3-year starting guard for us, and from Muscle Shoals, could have left and transferred with 2 years' experience of starting and coming into his 3rd year starting as a guard, gets voted a team captain. And O-line do not usually get voted as team captains. So that spoke highly to me of where we're at offensive line-wise. And then Josh White is a defensive tackle that transferred in here in January. That's 6'4", 320, gets voted as a team captain. So when 3 of the 4 of your captains play in the box, play with their hand in the dirt, it's usually a pretty good sign. So I'm very excited to watch our O-line and D-line this year, the progress we've made at those 2 positions.
Yeah, and I wanted to ask you about a couple, and I know it's become a veterans game because of the portal, but then you develop your freshmen usually in practice, and I know when you can, they do get reps, and I know it's changed now even more with this 5-year rule going in. So I'm having to reprogram myself to call them 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th year players. But I watched a couple of these guys. We were blessed to do their football games here at 97.7 The Zone. From an O-line standpoint, tell me a little bit about Davis Shoemaker. And he was a really high-character kid, good player at Huntsville High. You guys signed him out of the high school ranks. Obviously, he'll be a part of your O-line future. But what have you seen out of him early on in his UNA career?
I tell you, just recruiting him was a joy. A great kid, great family, has UNA ties in his family. So had a lot of people in family and home that were UNA graduates. So UNA meant something to them. So anytime you've got a high character kid that UNA isn't just another university, it's home already. Makes it easy to recruit those kind of kids. And then the fact we love recruiting O-linemen that have a great build. It's harder recruiting kind of the sloppy 17, 18-year-old, the overweight 17, 18-year-old, where Davis is a slender 270. So when you put weight on him, it ends up being good weight, and he ends up being a 290, 300-pound, good-looking framed kid. So that's the things that we're excited about him is, he's through the roof intelligent. He's got unbelievable character, but also has a frame at about 6'4.5", 260, 265. He has a frame that we can grow into being a great player, in our opinion. So if he's playing as a freshman, it's probably not a good sign. You usually don't want O-linemen playing as freshmen. But I see him developing into being a really good player here in the future for UNA.
Well, Coach, how important then is it? I mean, we're staying on that recruiting side for Saturday night. I mean, getting to play in Huntsville. I know you have your home games in Florence and everything, but to bring your product to Huntsville and, how hotbed of it is it for a recruiting night for you? We're in the great state of Alabama. I think Alabama's probably one of the top 3 to 4 states in the country of recruiting high school talent. The hotbed of people from all over the country come to Alabama to recruit. From Mobile to Huntsville, it's loaded with talent. Huntsville is a very talent-rich area, but not only is it just for the fact that it's in our state, we get to go on the road about an hour and a half away from our home base here, but also we're playing a team from our state that we're going to battle for those players. So I think it's going to send a message. The winner of this game gets the leg up in recruiting for the next 365 days. So
It means a lot to play in that city. It means a lot to get in front of those recruits in that city, but also it's got to mean something for us to get the win so we can keep a leg up in the bragging rights.
Yeah, it's an FCS opponent, too. You're both now FCS and looking each other in the eye, and now you have facilities on par with anybody on the FCS level, so it's super exciting for UNA. But before we let you go, I'd be remiss. I'm going to go on the other side of the ball in the line of scrimmage. I know you got another freshman that we had a chance to watch at Madison Academy. We have a very good relationship with his father. But what are your thoughts on the future for A.J. Seaton? You guys have him on the D-line. He played both sides of the ball under a guy I know you have a ton of respect for, and Bob Godsey, when we treasure our relationship with him. But what kind of future do you see for A.J. in the program?
Oh, I've messed with Mr. Seaton, Mr. Kia. I've messed with him about his commercials.
His commercials are great.
The Roll Tide War Eagle commercial saying, hey, we need a Roar Lion at the end of those commercials. Come on now.
Yeah, he's got a
but man, what a phenomenal family. I've gotten to know the whole family, and I mess with him every time I see the Kia commercials. I usually send him a picture of him being on my TV. But AJ's a phenomenal kid. Once again, we recruit high school players with phenomenal character first, and then talent second. And AJ's come here on an academic. Half of his scholarship's academic scholarship. Wow. The other half is a football scholarship because he's such a high GPA, high character. We were thinking we were going to play him at guard, and I messed with him because he came on his recruiting visit and he wore this overly big sweatshirt, and it made me think he was just kind of a bigger weight-wise than he actually was. And then once he got back on campus a second time, he was not wearing this big sweatshirt anymore, and I got to see he's a little bit slender frame than I originally thought. So we've now moved him to defensive line, and I think his future is really bright. He's going to play a lot of football for the Lions, and we love recruiting that Huntsville area because of those reasons, because the relationships, because we're going to bring families into this brand new stadium every week, because of the closeness to the Huntsville area. So you named two really good ones that I could see playing a lot for the Lions in the future.
Well, it's going to be a big Saturday night, Wicks Family Field, 6 o'clock kickoff, 97.7 ESPN, The Zone, a part of it. Story Financial Partners Bowl. And Coach, it's going to be fun to have you in the Rocket City on Saturday.
Yes, sir. It's a great place. Love Huntsville. Met my wife in Huntsville. Spent some time there. I was a substitute teacher during the day at Grissom High School back many, many moons ago. So I love that city. I'm excited to come play there.
Well, we appreciate it, Coach, and certainly good luck to you the rest of this week in your preparation, and we look forward to seeing the Lions on Saturday. Thank you.
And we'll talk to you again this morning.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Roar Lions, fellas.
Thanks, Coach. Let's get a break in, Talking Ball.
Yeah, we're sort of playing that one off like we're...
You're listening to Talkin' Ball on 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
Hey, I'm Bobby White for Lynn Layton Ford Indicator. Summer is flying by and our summer sales event is coming to an end soon. But there's still time to lock in low, amazing summer deals. Now's your last chance to get 0% financing, 0 payments for 90 days, 0 maintenance for 2 years, and $1,000 down payment assistance on a huge selection of new Fords. With your good credit, get up to $6,000 off MSRP on 26 Broncos. $6,000 off. While they last, get $7,500 off MSRP on a 25 Bronco Sport. $7,500 off. The last new 2026 STX Crew Cab started under $46,000, and Lynn Layton Ford will never add any dealer dock fees or some ridiculous upcharge. Don't miss out on 0%, 0 payments for 90 days, 0 cost for maintenance for 2 years, and $1,000 in down payment assistance. Hurry into Lynn Layton Ford, right in the heart of Ford Country, just a mile south of the Beltline Indicator, or online anytime at LynnLaytonFord.com.
Bronco 28442T, Bronco Sport 28032D, F-150 28485T. See dealer for details.
You want the right specialist for your recovery. At SportsMed Orthopedic Surgery and Spine Center, we understand every body is different. Your muscles and bones are unique, as is your body. Our SportsMed specialists offer innovative treatments and minimally invasive procedures, allowing you to quickly return to the life you love. Locations in Huntsville, Madison, Athens, and Decatur, and on the web at sportsmedalabama.com. Improving performance, improving lives.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
A wise man once said, "If you take care of old folks and children, everything in the middle will take care of itself."
Hi, I'm Danny Aldridge, lawyer in Alabama and Tennessee. In the next 20 years, the number of those folks over 65 years of age will more than double. In our golden years, the most important goal is to be treated with dignity and have control over doing what makes you grateful with those you love. At the Aldridge Law Firm and the Legal Town Center, we're dedicated to help you with these goals, and we'll be there when life throws you those inevitable curveballs. Let us assist you with your legal needs, whatever they may be or become. You may reach us by phone at 256-534-3188 or online with Dan at danaldridgelaw.com. Just remember, we're here to help. Whether it's personal injury, wrongful death, fraud and cheat, or estate planning made complete, we're here to help.
This is Chris Stewart. Start your day with Talkin' Ball with Scott Theisen and Drew DeArmond. Plus, listen daily for Crimson Tide Today. Your home of the Crimson Tide Sports Network is 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
Welcome back in. Talking Ball 97.7 ESPN, The Zone. And as our show has progressed this morning, when you started fall camp in the SEC, there was 3 schools that really had quarterback battles.
Yep.
Now that's down to 1. As we know, Alabama's starting quarterback is Mr. Russell. We now know, and we are getting word, that Tennessee and Josh Heupel have named their starting quarterback, and he is a freshman.
Yeah, and this is kind of what I was expecting. I mean, George McIntyre had been there for about a year and had redshirted, and then Faison Brandon had enrolled in the spring. And I just sort of expected it to be Faison Brandon. I think he's probably got a little bit more upside, and that's who they have leaked out this morning that Josh Heupel was going to name. I know Matt Zenitz and some others are reporting that Faison Brandon will be the next the next quarterback to lose to the University of Alabama for Tennessee.
All right. 256-576-4977. That's the number to the phone lines. You can join us here on a Monday morning as we continue on here. Sad news, though, to report from the acting world. And if you've listened to this show enough, you know that we love the television show Coach.
Yeah.
Shelley Fabers, who played Hayden Fox's wife, Christine, has passed away at the age of 82.
Yeah, she was the girlfriend/wife. She ended up marrying him as the show went on, and she was a television anchor like yourself in those days, Scott.
But, she was.
And so she has passed away at the age of 82. We hate to hear that.
All right, coming up here in just a little bit, we've got to delve into the whole NFL, college football, LSU saga, because it is just a saga unlike any other.
Well, and the crazy part is we've got another quarterback being named a starter, and he has Alabama ties, and this is from Greg Schiano at Rutgers, but they just have now Pete Thamel reporting that Dylan Lonergan, who left Boston College after being initially the starter under Bill O'Brien, but Dylan Lonergan from Brookwood High School in Snellville, Georgia, who has now matriculated all the way to Rutgers.
Yeah.
Will start for the Scarlet Knights at least to begin this season. Good luck to Dylan Lonergan.
Did you see that Max Johnson is still in college football?
He must be 30.
Max Johnson will be the starting quarterback at Georgia Southern this next year or this coming season.
There you go.
Max Johnson, by the way, has played for Ed Orgeron at LSU when he was there the first time, Jimbo Fisher at Texas A&M, Mac Brown, and I believe he was there 2 years at UNC, so he probably would have then
He played for the Bill Belichick bust.
Yeah, 1 year there and then 1 year with Mac Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then now he's at Georgia Southern. So this is year 7 for him in college football. 2 at LSU, 2 at Texas A&M, 2 at North Carolina, and now 1 at Georgia Southern.
Left the school off there somewhere, but I mean, is his brother with him? Because his brother's pretty much gone wherever he has.
I don't know.
So, I mean, Brad and his wife, they own a lot of gear.
You got a lot of apparel you can turn around and sell at a garage sale, right?
Or something.
Yeah.
Or whatnot. Hell, I don't know.
Let's get a break in because when we come back, we do have to talk LSU and the Cleveland Browns and college football. Greg Sankey, Lane Kiffin. It all comes together. It's an interesting time. We'll fill you in next.
You're listening to Talkin' Ball on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Travel accommodations for 97.7 ESPN The Zone provided by University Kia.
The company is Eagle Masonry and Insulation, but did you know they're also Eagle Landscaping and Dirt Work? Eagle can take care of all your landscaping needs, including irrigation, sod work, and planting, both plants and trees. On the dirt work side, Eagle can grade and build your pads, haul dirt in or out, and even do erosion control. Philip Love and his team can do it all for you. The website is the same, insulatewitheagle.com, as is the phone number, 256-755-1556. Give them a call and see what Eagle can do for you. Eagle saves you time. Eagle saves you money.
Normally, when you call a roofing company, all you hear is, you need a new roof. Not when you call Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Since 1965, the folks at Fleming have been focused on what you need, whether it's an easy repair or a full roof replacement, commercial or residential. And when it comes to storm damage, you want Fleming on your side. They know all the ins and outs of insurance claims and will guide you through the entire process. Log on FlemingHSV.com and book your free estimate today. Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
In the market for a new or used car? Look no further than Hyundai of Decatur. With a large inventory of new, used, and certified pre-owned Hyundai models, Greenway Hyundai of Decatur is here to service all of your Hyundai needs. Come visit our exceptional service department as well. With state-of-the-art facilities and a caring team of automotive professionals waiting to service your vehicle, make Hyundai of Decatur your #1 choice for all your automotive needs. Give them a call today at 256-274-0279 or visit them online at greenwayhyundaiofdecatur.com.
The Drive with Wes Neighbors and Steve Moulton. Weekdays from 5 to 7 p.m. Only on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Run in the shadows, damn your love, damn your life.
Here we go. Welcome back in. Talking Ball, 97.7 ESPN The Zone, 8:30 on a Monday morning. And one of the storylines we started following last week was that the fact that NFL players, or I should say those that still had eligibility left in the 2022 cycle, got a judge in Louisiana to grant them the right to come back and play college football for another year. The problem is some of these athletes are on NFL preseason rosters, suiting up, playing in preseason NFL games. Well, they started putting their names in the transfer portal because this judge allowed them to become in the transfer portal and come back to play college football. Now we have a developing story. The first player to do this and take advantage of it is going to be Daquan Wright, the former Ole Miss Rebel, who signed an undrafted free agent deal with the Philadelphia Eagles, but ended up in the Cleveland Browns training camp. Did not play, did not dress in the first 2 preseason games for the Browns, but did dress in their latest preseason game. Now, he is in the transfer portal and wants to play for LSU and head coach Lane Kiffin this coming fall. Now, here is the red tape issue. The SEC says you cannot do interconference transfers at this point. He was at Ole Miss, wants to go to LSU. You can't do that. But in today's world, all you got to do is get a judge to grant you the right, and the red tape biggest question mark is, can he go from Ole Miss to the NFL to LSU? Will Greg Sankey allow that to happen?
Sankey said no last week, so I would just tell him to go to hell and then go to another conference. Maybe some other commissioner will let you in, but if I were Greg Sankey and after what he did with Charles Bediako and R.J. Lewis at LSU, this kid has no business being in college football either. Sorry, I can't help it. You're not good enough to make an NFL roster. Boo-hoo-hoo.
Will this end up in the courts if he wants to go to LSU? Do you think it'll end up in the courts and a judge will grant them the right?
I mean, Sankey it's his conference. He has a right if the school president say go stick, and I don't care what the new LSU one says.
Right.
If the majority say you're not eligible, your ass ain't eligible. This is the United States of America. You can't do whatever the hell you want unless you're the WNBA and you won't end up in the toilet.
Now, all of this is being made possible because Daquan Wright is being waived by the Cleveland Browns. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Was it a week ago? Yeah, about a week and a half ago, Todd Monken let it slip, or not let it slip, but he addressed the media a couple days ago, and he could not figure out why Lane Kiffin, the LSU head coach, was reaching out to him. He said he had never talked to Lane Kiffin and couldn't understand why Lane Kiffin was even calling him in his office.
Yeah, come on. Lane Kiffin wouldn't circumvent the rules.
Lane Kiffin now becoming we think, the first college football coach to tamper to get a college football player to come back from the NFL to play on his roster.
The whole time that he was leaving Ole Miss for LSU, he tried to bring the whole effing team with him. He didn't want Sam Levitt. He didn't want the running backs he's got in his room. He wanted Kejuan Lacey and he wanted Trinidad Chambliss, and everybody knows it. He wanted to bring the entire football team with him. He didn't give a rat's ass about Ole Miss once he decided to leave.
Right.
Because he's a narcissistic prick, and he always has been, and he always will be. He's about himself. He's always been about himself. And if anybody tries to sell you a load of garbage that he's changed one iota, it's BS. The guy hasn't changed a bit. Wouldn't have him clean my bathroom. If I were the University of Alabama, he can stay over there at LSU and hopefully get his ass whipped.
So here is the timeline. The NFL has to cut their rosters to 53 players by August 30th. That's 6 days before the first full college football Saturday.
Right.
So there could be more guys outside of Daquan Wright that could put themselves in the portal and end up on college football rosters.
Room, if you're at LSU, been busting your ass the entire fall camp, and now, liar pants on fire wants to bring Daquan Wright in after missing the entirety of fall camp and probably insert him as the starter in the first game. So that's probably what his contract will say. Gotta love it.
You would think he should be in playing shape after going through NFL training camp.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I mean, he dressed for the latest Browns preseason game. I think it was Saturday night. I think he dressed for it. Yeah.
Couldn't make the Browns. They suck.
But, I mean, it's just...
It's stupidity.
Yes. Now, Jack
it's absolute
Pyburn...
stupidity.
The primary name in this
Pyburn
lawsuit was
Bucks.
Jack Pyburn with the Bucks.
And shocker, he's got LSU ties.
Right. He was the primary one in this. Now he is yet to be cut from the Bucks.
And
He's
he probably
still,
shouldn't be. He's a good player. He's at a good camp.
Right. He's at the forefront now. Daquan Wright becomes the first one to officially leave an NFL team and try to clear the hurdles and the red tape to get back to playing college football.
Well, Commissioner Sankey basically came out last week and set the parameters for this.
Yes.
So he needs to stick to his guns and just tell Lane Kiffin to go to hell. That's bottom line.
Let's go out to the phone lines. Let's get Harry in here real fast. Good morning, Harry.
What's up, Harry?
Hey guys, good morning. This is Kiffin being Kiffin, and LSU deserves him. But I tell you
that's a good way to put it.
What's going to happen if you don't do something about it? Coaches were involved in the gray area of paying money and getting players for years and years and years before we even had our NIL.
Of course, yes, sir.
So if you don't come in with a process to inhibit that desire to enhance their credibility as a coach by having an all-star team by buying them, you got to put some type of penalty against it. And I think they ought to be bonded. I think your coaches and athletic staffs ought to have to carry a performance bond if they get caught out of bounds, like calling the professional coach to try to get somebody to come back. You fine them against that performance bond, and that bond goes back into the coffers of the school. But Kiffin is going to cheat as sure as the sun's going to come up in the east every morning. And there's several other guys out there in the conference to do the same thing. And if somebody rings it in, unless they ring it in, it's going to continue to happen. And if to put it all out there as a way to see what happens, it's just a waste of time. You got to take action.
Yeah.
And Sankey needs to be tightening it up because the NCAA ain't going to do anything about it.
No, this
Y'all
is
have a good
clearly now the ball is in Greg Sankey's court. Clearly, if he puts his foot down and reiterates again that you cannot have interconference transfers, because really it's regardless of making a stop in the NFL, this is going from Ole Miss to LSU when it's not prohibited. You can't do this. And if Greg Sankey says, and then somehow if this goes to court and the courts say, well, Greg Sankey, you don't have the right to tell them this, then all hell will break loose.
Well, you talking to these boys ain't going to get them to quit doing what they're doing. It's not going to change the behavior. I'm sure Lane Kiffin was rough-talked in his life before, and he ain't changed his behavior at all. But if you start getting in their pocket and getting the notoriety that, yes, this guy did cheat, and he got fined for it, and he now has to get his bond raised from $500,000 to $1 million or $1 million to $2 million, then you get people's attention. But Sankey, if he doesn't take action, we're going to have the Wild West again in spades this year as people seek high-quality players.
No, you're right. You're 100% right. Thanks for the phone call, Harry.
Thank you, Harry.
No, I mean, and this is the thing. I mean, it's Greg Sankey has a chance. But here's the thing. Greg Sankey, remember at SEC Football Media Day, said, hey, look, we'll just break away. If we don't like everything the way it's going, we'll break away. Would this be another, if he doesn't get the way it should be, if somehow LSU is able to circumvent the rules here in this situation, does this give Greg Sankey the more ammunition to say, well, just break away and do it the way we want to do it, the right way to do it?
Look, man, the NCAA wants him to put his foot down. They don't want this fool coming back and playing. Nobody else does either. I mean, some of these commissioners might take a soft stance to help one of their sorry-ass programs that can't win a championship even no matter what happens, and might let him play because they got to give Texas Tech one more chance to get shut out in the playoff. But to be honest with you, if you had to give them truth serum, every one of the conference commissioners and the NCAA, led by Mark Emmert, doesn't want this guy coming back to college football. Nobody does, except the dumbass agent who wants 20%.
And his agent, by the way, Daquan Wright's agent in this, it is a big name, by the way.
Well, maybe he's got a legitimate agent that'll only
No,
get
he
3
does.
to 5%.
He does have a legitimate agent, and I saw it before we started the show, and I was like, oh wow. He
probably somebody like Drew Rosenhaus.
I think that's exactly who it is.
Well,
yes, it's Drew. He actually has it's Drew Rosenhaus is his agent.
well, hurry up and start calling other NFL teams because he has no business playing in college. Unless you can send him to Clown Mullen at UNLV and give him a FanDuel account.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, here it is right here. Yeah, Drew Rosenhaus and Kyle Lincoln are his agents for Daquan Wright. So, yeah. All right, let's get Brandon in on the phone lines. Good morning, Brandon.
What's up, Brandon?
I think the only way this Lane Kiffin situation could get any better would be if he went with Enos Kanter to a WNBA game and threw large black objects onto the court. Because, I mean, just when you think Texas Tech is the biggest villain in town,
yeah.
I mean, here comes Lane Kiffin running to the ring like he's Hulk Hogan back in the day, or Sting, however you want to say it. I mean, the dude just can't let somebody out-villain him, no matter what he does. Somebody does something bad, he's like, I hold my beer.
Yeah. No, I mean, this is he's putting himself at the forefront now. Now, Lane Kiffin said, remember, he said at SEC Football Media Days, as long as the transfer portal is there, as long as the transfer portal is there, this NIL is there, you can pay players to come. He's going to take advantage of it and do as much of it as he can while it's in its form that it is.
Well, there's a difference in that and calling a NFL player to try to come back. That's a different level of douchebaggery that I don't think we've ever seen before.
Well, Lane will continue to reset the bar there.
Oh, absolutely, no doubt. There is when you need to win, and he needs to win. There is no level of scraping the bottom that you won't go to.
Yeah,
and I just could not believe that he's calling Monken up and dealing with these people and is trying to get guys, actively recruiting guys to leave training camp to come back.
Well, you know what will happen?
Go
ahead, Brandon. Finish your thought. I'm sorry.
I said, of course they would for $4 or $5 million.
Yeah. I mean, but here's the thing. Lane will sit there and lie and say, I never called Todd Monken. Even if Monken turned around and showed you his cell phone with the number.
Yeah, I don't think Todd Monken's going to lie. I mean,
I don't either, but Lane Kiffin will. He's good at it.
Well, I mean, didn't Todd Monken say that he didn't understand why people were mad at Mike Bobo because it was the easiest job he ever had?
Yeah. That's what Brooks Austin was telling us. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, the guy keeps it real. He has no reason to lie. And then over the weekend, when I wasn't watching Teen Wolf, I watched the interview with Marty and McGee and Lane Kiffin.
Yeah.
I watched that, and I said, how can these guys even sit here with this dude and not just, like, have somebody holding up a sign the size of a truck saying BS every time he answers? I think he's capable. But they sat there and just let him say all that crap in that interview, and I'm like, is he paying you to say these things? Is he paying for this interview to try to fix his image where he's like, oh, no, I wanted to tell the people of Tennessee. I didn't want to run out in the middle of the night. Really?
Well, and now, I mean, I think we're learning too that R.J. Lewis is going to be in a Baton Rouge, if I'm reading this right. If it holds true, that R.J. Lewis is going to try getting an injunction to play this year from the courts.
Look, man, if I'm Greg Sankey, then I just say that's fine. Every game he plays in, you forfeit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't give a damn if you get an injunction. You can still have rules and you forfeit because you got two of the biggest scumbags in the history of coaching at LSU, Lane Kiffin and Western Union. I mean,
is it bad? Is it bad that you look at that situation and you say somehow you have made Ed Orgeron third place and wonder how that's happened?
And look, everybody was piling on Nate Oates. This is 10 times worse.
Yeah, his hearing is set for today.
What LSU is trying to do in football and basketball.
Yeah.
It's total bull crap.
His hearing is set today at 1:30. R.J. Lewis will be in a Baton Rouge Parish clerk court this afternoon to try to get an injunction to play basketball for LSU this year.
Well, like I say, Greg Sankey can stop it. He's the one that has the power. You know.
Well, but it's not Charles Bediako, so he's not going to do that.
Well, but look, Greg Sankey, though, we say that, but Greg Sankey came out in this R.J. Lewis thing and said, and he did go an affidavit saying he does not want R.J. Lewis playing basketball for LSU this year. He's made that point clear.
Well, is he going to show up in court?
Well, he didn't show. He just did an affidavit for the Bediako one, and he did an affidavit for R.J. Lewis too.
Well, I just look at this situation, and I think, I don't like Sankey. If I saw him on the street, I would say something to him that would not be very kind. I don't like the dude. I think he's anti-Alabama. But at least he's trying to do something. Where are the people at the NCAA? Like, they're on milk cartons and hiding in holes. They just continue to let this disaster devolve into more chaos, and they want to blame it on people that are not there anymore. Well, what are you doing now? Where are your lawyers? Where are you appealing these rulings from these judges and trying to get a stay on the temporary protective order to stop all this crap from happening? I mean, where are their attorneys at? They get paid a lot of money. They could be filing a motion to stay and say, hey, let's talk about this before we put this injunction in place, but they're not doing it. Yep. And I can't help but wonder, do they want this to happen? Because they act like they want it to happen.
Thanks for the phone call, Brandon.
Appreciate it, Brandon. Good points, man.
Roll Tide.
Let's get a break in, and we'll wrap up hour number 2 coming up after this.
You're listening to Talkin' Ball on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Coming up this week on the High School Streaming Network.
Week 1 is here. Coming up over the airwaves on Friday, Bob Jones will be at home taking on Athens. Madison Academy's at home to West Morgan. Randolph visits Whitesburg Christian. Sparkman is back home, this time taking on the Austin Black Bears. And Westminster Christian Academy visits Douglas. Be sure and download our app and follow all the action right here on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Specializing in simple and affordable rentals, McCurry Van and Car Rental can make sure you have just the right vehicle for your next family vacation, weekend getaway, or if you just need transportation while your vehicle is being repaired. McCurry carries Ford Transit vans and Mercedes Sprinter vans, trucks and work vans, and more. And they offer discounted rental rates for long-term rentals. Now with 4 locations: Athens, Muscle Shoals, Coleman, and Huntsville. Log on McCurryRentals.com to make your reservation now. That's McCurryRentals.com.
I'm attorney Gary Lackey. I know your accident is the real thing, and they happen to real people.
I'm attorney Justin Lackey. There's a lot of talk right now about bigger, but when you've had a wreck, is bigger better?
I'm attorney Jennifer Lackey. Do you want to be just a case number?
With offices in Huntsville and Scottsboro, we take the time to help.
The Lackey Law Firm. The Lackey Law Family. 1-800-4-RIGHTS.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
Hey, I'm Bobby White for Lynn Layton Ford in Decatur. Summer is flying by and our summer sales event is coming to an end soon. But there's still time to lock in low, amazing summer deals. Now's your last chance to get 0% financing, 0 payments for 90 days, 0 maintenance for 2 years, and $1,000 down payment assistance on a huge selection of new Fords. With your good credit, get up to $6,000 off MSRP on 26 Broncos. $6,000 off. While they last, get $7,500 off MSRP on a 25 Bronco Sport. $7,500 off. The last new 2026 STX Crew Cab started under $46,000, and Lynn Layton Ford will never add any dealer dock fees or some ridiculous upcharge. Don't miss out on 0%, 0 payments for 90 days, 0 cost for maintenance for 2 years, and $1,000 in down payment assistance. Hurry into Lynn Layton Ford, right in the heart of Ford Country, just a mile south of the Beltline in Decatur, or online anytime at lynnlaytonford.com.
Bronco 28442T, Bronco Sport 28032D, F-150 28485T. See dealer for details.
No Wi-Fi? How are we going to stream the game?
Mom, I have a research project due.
How are we going to make dinner? Don't let power outages send your family into a meltdown. Get a Generac generator from Current Electrical. We keep your lights on and your Wi-Fi on. Visit gensuperstore.com or call 256-880-1880. Trust us, your family will thank you.
Most current way to keep your power on. GeneracSuperstore.com.
This segment of Talkin' Ball is brought to you by University Kia, the #1 volume Kia dealer in the state of Alabama. Located online at universitykia.com.
Welcome back in. Talking Ball, 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Scott Tyson, Drew DeArmond on a Monday morning, just about ready to be done with hour number 2 here of the show. And time just flies right on by. We've had a lot of great conversation already. In case you missed it, head over to WZZN TV and check it out there. Cole Pinkston joined us in hour number 1. We talked Auburn. We had Brent Dearmon on to kick off hour number 2 as we continue to get you ready for Saturday's UNA Samford matchup inside Wicks Family Field. Again, Ticketmaster.com. Tickets are on sale there. Get your tickets before it's too late. We want to see you at the game on Saturday. Ryan Fowler will join us in hour number 3 as we get you ready for some Alabama football. And again, Alabama naming their starting quarterback over the weekend, and they are getting ready for East Carolina on September 5th. So we have that to look forward to in hour number 3. Plus we'll have a taste test.
Oh, Lord.
We'll have a taste test. And if you followed the show enough to know, you know. But if not, we'll fill you in hour number 3 as we get ready for there. The Atlanta Braves do get a win last night.
They needed it very badly. They'd lost 7 out of 9, and they held on to beat the Milwaukee Brewers, who I believe have the best record in baseball.
81-50 are the Brewers.
Yep.
And you are correct.
Just barely over the Dodgers, and guess who the Braves play next at Truist Park?
Dodgers.
The vaunted Los Angeles payrolls.
By the way, that Braves and Brewers game was played in Williamsport last night.
That's cool. Yeah.
And so if you did not get to see it, it was pretty cool. Yeah. That is so cool how they do that and let the little leaguers kind of hang out with the big leaguers. And some of the Braves tried to slide down the cardboard hill there in Williamsport.
Hopefully nobody got injured.
No, they did not let Ronald Acuna slide down the hill.
He would have pulled a hamstring, been out the rest of the regular season. To pay him $300 million, you know.
The Braves lead with the Phillies is down to 3 games because the Phillies have won 9 in a row. And the Marlins trying to keep themselves in wild card contention. They're 4 back in the wild card, but they've won 3 in a row now. They've kind of turned things around after that bad losing streak they had. All right, when we come back, hour 3's underway. Ryan Fowler will join us, and we've got some good stuff to get through. Talking Ball 97.7 ESPN.
Yeah, our WZZN listeners are figuring out I don't like Lane Kiffin.
Is this the first they're figuring this out?
I think this person has not watched this on WZZN TV before.
Okay.
So they can see my utter disdain for Lane Kiffin.
Yeah. He's not coming to dinner anytime soon.
Piss on him.
Talking Ball, 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Tom Abraham here from my friend Ross Roberts and his team at Valley Equipment Rental, and they have a brand new product for you. If you happen to be standing on a concrete or tile floor, Valley Equipment has the perfect cleaning solution for you. Whether it's new construction, daily work areas, or an area that's been neglected for too long, the Valley Equipment team of experienced professionals can help you choose the right floor scrubber or sweeper for your needs. Valley even has the right cleaning products for the job. Call Valley Equipment Rental today to learn more. Make a clean sweep with Valley Equipment Rental. What better way to take in the beautiful fall than with a Forno outdoor kitchen from Owen Home Appliance? The one that we are featuring now is the Forno Ultra Qualita 5-burner 176-inch black outdoor kitchen kit, complete with the grill, a pizza oven, a sink, a beverage center, a flat top, and all the counter space you could want. This thing is amazing. Learn more at owenappliance.com and just search out Forno Outdoor Kitchen. Owen Appliance and Forno, a match made for the fall.
Looking for your next great round of golf? Take the short drive from the Tennessee Valley to the Bear Trace at Tim's Ford in Winchester. This spectacular Jack Nicklaus designed 18-hole course sits along scenic Tim's Ford Lake, featuring rolling fairways, challenging greens, and lake views that'll make the trip well worth it. Whether you're planning a weekly foursome, a company outing, or just sneaking in around, Bear Trace offers one of the best public golf experiences in the region. Book your tee time today at tnstateparks.com and play the Bear Trace at Tim's Ford.
Planning a barbecue for this football season? Well, don't forget Baumhauer's famous sauces to make it legendary. These popular sauces include traditional hot sauce, Thai sweet chili, Mojo, Jamaican jerk, and white barbecue. Stop by your nearest Baumhauer's today and pick up a few bottles of sauces or order them online at baumhauersauces.com. And since they have become so popular, Baumhauer's legendary sauces are now being offered in some of your favorite grocery stores across the state. Whether you're tailgating at the game or barbecuing at home, Baumhauer's sauces are bound to spice it up and make you the host or hostess with the mostest.
This hour of Talkin' Ball is brought to you by Hyundai Decatur, located on the Beltline.
In the market for a new or used car? Look no further than Hyundai of Decatur. With a large inventory of new, used, and certified pre-owned Hyundai models, Greenway Hyundai of Decatur is here to service all of your Hyundai needs. Come visit our exceptional service department as well. With state-of-the-art facilities and a caring team of automotive professionals waiting to service your vehicle, make Hyundai of Decatur your #1 choice for all your automotive needs. Give them a call today at 256-274-0279 or visit them online at greenwayhyundaiofdecatur.com.
Welcome to Talkin' Ball with Scott Tyson and Drew DeArmond. Call into the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline now, 256-576-4977. That's 256-576-4977. Now, here's Scott and Drew.
Hour 3 is here. Hour 3 is underway. And a big thank you to our good friends over at University Kia. University Kia, you can find them online at universitykia.com. Good friends Arthur Seaton and company helping us with our coverage here. I got to get this right here. University Kia along University Drive. You can find them. Give them a call, 256-217-1700, 6519 University Drive. You can also find them online at universitykia.com. It's our good friend Arthur Seaton and company helping us, Madison Academy football, Alabama football, helping us all over the place. And now UNA football as well. Make sure you go visit Mike Lucente and company. You can get the Carnival, the EV6. You got the Sorrento, the Sportage, the Telluride, the EV9, the K5, the Seltos, the Sorrento. All kinds of great vehicles over there at University Kia along University Drive, the #1 volume Kia dealer in the state of Alabama.
Well, and now we got, and speaking of Tuscaloosa, we've been sent a video They're opening Raising Cane's. We know about Raising Cane's, Scott.
Raising Cane's. I like the sauce at Raising Cane's. The chicken tenders to me are okay.
They're not they're already got Pete out here trying to talk about animal cruelty with Raising Cane's opening today in Tuscaloosa.
It's a cruelty if you do not eat the chicken tenders. It's what the cruelty part is.
Oh my goodness, these liberals. But anyway, there's 4 of them, by the way, maybe 5. Somebody has a PETA shirt on. But as we know, our next guest, he is Chick-fil-A royalty. He's probably got more points than anybody in the state of Alabama. He hosts the longest-running radio show in the City of Champions in Tuscaloosa called The Game. It will be on from 2 to 6 p.m. later today, and there'll be a ton of conversation with Keelan Russell, now the starting quarterback at the University of Alabama, and we're going to talk about that and more right now with Ryan Fowler on the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline. Ryan, welcome back to Huntsville. You're with Drew and Scott.
Well, if you're Tuscaloosa, you cannot buy Raising Cane's because that goes right back to LSU. So you got to be careful.
Really?
I mean,
man.
I mean, so you got to watch all these things like Buc-ee's, Texas A&M. That's a big Texas A&M booster. So you got to be careful. You got to be careful. You got to only. But hey, before we get started in college football in Alabama, let me congratulate the Columbia Eagles.
Oh yeah.
On breaking that streak. I was listening to you guys. Great broadcast, by the way. But congratulations, the longest losing streak in the country coming to an end. So here I am congratulating an Auburn guy, Sammy Coates, on a Monday morning. Wow, here I am.
Well, look, he's had, what he walked into at Columbia, you would not wish that upon any coach. I mean, it was just a situation that was dreadful. But yeah, it was a fantastic night for high school football. And just, you know what? It makes us want college football even more when you get to this point.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, it's a tease. It's an appetizer. It's trying to get us there. You know, it's kind of like going to a steakhouse, and right before you get that steak, they give you a little bit of bread and butter, and we go crazy over bread and butter. You ever notice it? I mean, like any other time, but you're starving to death because you've been waiting for 2.5 hours.
It's like I've never had bread before. It's like bread was just invented before I got to the table.
It's the crazy part. I mean, we all go crazy over bread and butter, and I mean, you'll fight over that bread and butter. It's the same thing. I mean, this is the appetizer. It's kind of like week 0.
Yeah.
Next week we'll watch games, or this weekend we'll watch games that we probably will never watch throughout the season.
Trust me.
We're just excited to get there. It has been a long off season in Tuscaloosa, man. It has been the longest of my career.
Wow.
Just the way that Indiana beat Alabama left a sour taste in your mouth. And it's 245 days, I think, it's until if you walk back from when East Carolina will play Alabama to where Alabama lost to Indiana, I'm to the Rose Bowl.
Well, and I got to tell you this too. Trust me, Scott was jonesing like that for the bread and butter at Columbia in
it's
Tampa.
Cuban bread.
Yeah, it was Cuban bread, but it was good. I ate some too.
Fresh baked Cuban bread.
Yeah, I know you're an aficionado there, Fowler, but if you're, and I know you were there with us in Tampa, but if you ever get a chance to go to Columbia, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I wish now. I mean, hearing you guys talk about it, I wish I'd have went with you.
There was an open seat. You could have.
I know it. And Wes tried to get me to go. I ended up. I slipped over to some burger bar.
Yeah, you and Greg went to get some good burgers. You said they were good burgers, but yeah.
Yeah, they were. It was right behind the media hotel, and so we went over there anyway. But I wish I'd have went with you guys because you guys probably had a A+ meal, and I probably had a B-. But it was okay. I mean, it was a good burger, but it was just Why were we in Tampa again, Greg?
Well, it was largely successful, it sounds like. So I think the SEC.
It wasn't bad. It was actually better. It's just like Tampa. Why, Greg? But anyway, he knows it all. We're just peons that he tells us where to go.
Okay, now before we go into Keelan Russell, and by the way, we were learning today also how to say Kane Womack We with all these. By the way, shout out to Alabama for all these pronunciations, so we know how to say everything now on their.
What is it now? What do they do?
Yeah, they've got they've got the automated name pronunciations at the University of Alabama on the website now. So.
So we're saying Kane's name wrong?
That's
We've been
what
saying it wrong?
that according to the pronunciation. I got mad today and almost threw my headset. But
I'll get it up here as you guys figure this out. I'll pull it up here so everybody can hear how the automated name is said.
But I've got to get this point across though before we talk about this, because this is going to be a topic on Fowler's show later this afternoon. Excuse me, I know it will be. If LSU gets Daquan Wright eligible and R.J. Lewis, and Sankey doesn't step in, how much hell will be raised in Tuscaloosa, in your opinion?
A bunch. Now, he has chose to get an affidavit involved. Now, to my knowledge,
right,
it's the first affidavit other than the Charles Bediako case that he's released a affidavit involving a player. And so up until Charles Bediako.
Mm-hmm.
So he's, to my knowledge, and I asked him why he had chose not to get involved. Listen, if I'd had as many L's, and here's the crazy question, people don't want to answer this. If he has made a lot of bad turns, okay, I don't know about you guys, but I noticed that there was some swagger gone from Greg Sankey. He didn't have that same confident walk as he normally walks around SEC media days. It feels like a guy that has lost some power. He's trending in the wrong direction. If you were trying to buy stock, would you buy stock in Greg Sankey? Absolutely not. No. Right now, and see, here's the thing that I don't think people underestimate is, what if we travel through this season and the Big Ten wins 4 in a row? 4 in a row. Because Greg Sankey made it harder on the SEC, just like Kirby Smart said. Kirby nailed this in the SEC title game. Should Greg Sankey be on the hot seat? Not saying fired. I'm saying hot seat. He makes $5 million a year. With that comes a level of expectations that you've got to be able to navigate some difficult waters.
Mm-hmm.
It should be an uncomfortable seat. And right now, the Big Ten seems to have him over a barrel. I mean, they're getting their way. So not just one of the many losses of Greg Sankey. I mean, if you'd have told me 2 years ago he would have been in this situation, we called him the most powerful person in college football. We no longer can say that, guys. We no longer can say that.
Well, it's. I think this is a very interesting time for him, because if Daquan Wright is allowed to play football for LSU, it's okay. The interconference transfer rules, Ole Miss to LSU, but does it count if you go Ole Miss NFL then LSU? I mean, this is a very interesting time for him, because what he says, he's talked about enforcing the rules, and he's talked about, the SEC being able to enforce its own rules. What does he do here now? I mean, this is it. It's pretty epic in my mind.
Well, Scott, you're 100% correct. I mean, he keeps talking about, well, we're going to self-govern.
Yes.
Well, what are you waiting on? What are you waiting on? I mean, Greg Sankey has been silent when 2 of his teams were fighting publicly and embarrassing the SEC. Are you telling me the most powerful quote man in college football can't call LSU and Ole Miss ADs and put them on a conference call and guys say, guys, quit. You're embarrassing the league. Cut it out. I mean, this is during the college football phase, the way that they were each handling. So I think Greg Sankey is a pretender. Where Mike Slive had different leadership characteristics, I've just seen the cracks in Greg Sankey. And like I said, I'll buy my own hot dog at the SEC championship game. No big deal if they suspend my food privileges. But it took me a little bit, but I have read through the holes of Greg Sankey.
Well, and
it took a little while. But, Scott, this is an important time, as you said.
No, it is.
Because if he's going to stand on that self-governed part of it, hey, we're going to self-govern. We're going to do this. Greg, no, you're not. Because you've chose not to do it. I mean, we went through the revenue share model like it was nothing. Like it was what even a speed bump. Like nothing. Zero. I mean, we're breaking rules here in the conference. I mean, they're letting Texas do what they want to do.
Well, it's still going to be he's going to have to, if he wants to get some of his equity back, it needs to start now. He needs to stop this LSU BS, because I think every other school in the league doesn't want these two kids, of course, because it's circumventing everything. I mean, certainly Alabama's already been singled out by Sankey, but LSU definitely needs to be, because, I mean, look, Lane Kiffin's tried to circumvent every rule in the book, and then we know Will Wade's history, so neither one of these things needs to happen. I don't care what some LSU judge says. Sankey needs to step up and say, these guys aren't playing or you're forfeiting. I mean, period, end of story.
But right now, what we have seen from the last year, okay, and I'm not saying to make a prediction. We make predictions all the time. I'm going to predict he's not going to do that.
Yeah.
He should do that, Drew.
Yeah.
He absolutely should do that. I'm going to predict he's not going to do it, because based on the track record, I think he'll do it. I do not think that he's going to man up and actually do it. He's going to keep tweeting about his CrossFit and those stupid books that he reads. Well, Greg, we want to see some of those application parts of those leadership books that you read. Can we see the application portion, please?
Well,
if you don't, because he tweets about leadership books all the time. I just read this leadership book. Well, when did we get to see the portion of those leadership books?
Well,
here's your Kane Womack sound here for Ryan. Here it is.
Here we go.
Kane Womack.
Womack.
Ooh. No,
Kane Womack.
There we go. So I knew it wasn't Womack, but I wasn't. I had to reprogram.
It's kind of like we had a player, and I'm trying to think which one it was. It was Brandon Dedrick, and it was DeAdrick.
Was it really DeAdrick?
Well, and whatever it was, he got to the NFL. He got to the NFL and literally said, they've been saying my name wrong for 4 years.
Oh, wow. Well, I mean, I don't know why they may have been saying Dedrick because his girlfriend tried to shoot him.
Yeah, I mean, so it was one of the two. Either it was DeAdrick, Dedrick, but anyway, he got to the NFL and it was the opposite, because he got to the NFL and said, no, that's not the way you say my name. It's another way around. Anyway, but whatever. But hey, regardless, this defense is going to be great. I mean, it's going to be fun to watch, and we're going to see a version. Could Kane be a guy that could get a job offer? He got some looks at Arkansas last year.
Yeah,
they thought about bringing him in, and was at least on their list. I'm not sure, how big of the candidate he really was, but he was at least because I kept getting phone calls from Arkansas that they were hearing that he was on that list. Listen, if he has the defense and that may have been what he was doing, is trying to take this defense and ride it even to a bigger job. Could be.
Well, speaking of jobs, we know the starting quarterback is Keelan Russell because we've been educated on that. So, but and I know you've been all over that race, but Keelan Russell coming off of his first scrimmage at the University of Alabama as far as the starting QB. I know you tweeted something about that on Sunday, but Keelan Russell now in place.
If you think about this young man, now you brought up LSU. I want the football gods to deliver one thing. one thing. Okay, and listen, he's a friend of ours. He's a friend of ours. So I hope if you cut this audio out, please put this in. Matt Lascana is a friend of ours. Okay?
Yes.
He is. He's a great radio broadcaster. But, man, would it not be incredible if that little old quarterback that decommitted from SMU, that flipped over from SMU to the University of Alabama, who Matt made fun of for a week. Now, keep in mind, Matt's put his foot in his mouth quite a few times. He talked about Lane Kiffin being this I can't remember what he called him, but it was something, and people found the audio, and now, they tweet it because it's out there about him and Lane Kiffin.
Yeah.
Him and Lane, And so he has put his foot on, in his mouth many occasions. But somehow, I want Keelan Russell to go to Baton Rouge and lay it on the Lane Kiffins of the world. And if he does that, man, oh man, we're going to find some of that audio because this young man, all he's done is, he goes out, he wins the Elite 11 MVP, goes out, turns into a 5-star, highest-rated recruit in the history of the University of Alabama. And Kalen DeBoer, and I'll tell you where he found this, this guy that had really, it came back to Jarrett McElwain.
Coach Mac's son.
Yes, and he had found him out in SMU, Duncanville, and spotted him and looked at his skill set. He's a guy that is, he's going to do really good things. He's at Kentucky right now, and will be a part of, they're behind the scenes scouting. He's got an eye for talent. He also found Derek Meadows, name with out of Bishop Corbin out in Las Vegas, and kind of found out, just some inner workings that they thought that he was going to be a bigger. Matter of fact, I think would he also a commitment from LSU, or
yes,
didn't he have a?
He was flipped from LSU.
Yeah. So anyway, it's just something to think about. But if you look at Keelan Russell, he gives you everything, and he won the job. Austin Mack, I think, gave a really good push and pushed it right there to the very end. But at the end of the day, Kalen DeBoer made a decision. If this was Nick Saban, it was this close, Nick Saban would have carried this competition into the season. Because it was close. It was close. But at the end of the day, Keelan Russell was able to hit the afterburners and separate himself enough that Kalen DeBoer feels that he's going to go, with Keelan Russell. And it's disappointing for Austin Mack because you have to think about this young man.
Right.
Nowadays in the portal, he could have went in the portal and made a ton of cash. And my understanding is that there were several schools, one of those being in South Beach, Florida, that kind of came after him pretty strong and tried to offer him a significant amount of money. And he decided to stay here.
That's very interesting. And instead, they gave $6.5 million to Darian Mensah.
Yeah, I don't think they were offering him that much as far as Alabama as Austin Mack, but I think they were offering him quite a bit. Isn't that tampering? But never mind. We don't follow rules, do we? Yeah.
Well, certainly, Ryan. We know you're going to have a great show with a lot of discussion later today on the game from 2 to 6 on Tide 109. We appreciate you joining us, and you might want to watch our YouTube channel in the next segment because we're going to eat one of your favorite things.
Yeah.
It's a new menu item on Chick-fil-A debuting today.
Hold on. What's debuting?
They have their chicken and waffle sandwiches now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Chicken and waffle sandwiches. So.
Yep. So
and that's the next segment. Okay.
Yeah, we're going to eat some chicken and waffle sandwiches.
All right. Happy week 0, and once again, congratulations to the Columbia Eagles. Job well done, guys. You guys have a great rest of your morning. Thank you again.
Thank you, Ryan.
Let's get a break in. When we come back, it is indeed time to taste some.
Yeah, and poor Shedeur Sanders.
Oh.
The mighty Casey has struck out.
You're listening to Talkin' Ball on 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
18 national titles and hungry for more.
100 yards, and the Tide adds to its
snap is right here. Join us Saturday, September 5th as the Crimson Tide start the 2026 season against East Carolina in Tuscaloosa on your home for Alabama football.
Your home of the Alabama Crimson Tide is 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Fall Saturdays in the South mean football. And when football season rolls, patio and grill season rolls right with it. Turn your patio into your favorite place to watch the game. From premium grills like Big Green Egg, Yoder, Blaze, and Napoleon to outdoor furniture built for Saturdays. Brooks & Collier has everything you need to make your patio the best seat in the house. Brooks & Collier, 80 years, 4 generations. The Valley's best in outdoor living. 813 Meridian Street and at brooksandcollier.com.
Mark your calendars for September 19th as All About Water invites you to Pond Tour 2026, a free self-guided walkthrough of real ponds and water features that they've built right here in the Huntsville area. Talk to them on site, ask questions, see the craftsmanship up close, no pressure, no appointment. Whether you're picturing a small backyard fountain or a full koi pond with waterfalls, this is your chance to see what's possible for free. RSVP at allaboutwaterllc.com or check out their Facebook page on the day of for participating addresses. Your backyard could be next.
Hey, I'm Bobby White for Lynn Layton Ford Indicator. Summer is flying by and our summer sales event is coming to an end soon. But there's still time to lock in low, amazing summer deals. Now's your last chance to get 0% financing, 0 payments for 90 days, 0 maintenance for 2 years, and $1,000 down payment assistance on a huge selection of new Fords. With your good credit, get up to $6,000 off MSRP on 26 Broncos. $6,000 off. While they last, get $7,500 off MSRP on a 25 Bronco Sport. $7,500 off. The last new 2026 STX crew cab started under $46,000, and Lynn Layton Ford will never add any dealer dock fees or some ridiculous upcharge. Don't miss out on 0%, 0 payments for 90 days, 0 cost for maintenance for 2 years, and $1,000 in down payment assistance. Hurry into Lynn Layton Ford, right in the heart of Ford country, just a mile south of the Beltline indicator, or online anytime at lynnlaytonford.com.
Bronco 28442T, Bronco Sport 28032D, F-150 28485T. See dealer for details.
By now, you know about Eagle Masonry and Insulation, and maybe you know that Eagle also does landscaping and dirt work. But how about after paint work? Shower doors, shelving, and mirrors, all taken care of by Eagle, the same Eagle that takes care of all your masonry, insulation, and landscaping needs. Eagle brings the same level of expertise to all these disciplines, and they're ready to provide you with a free quote. The website is the same, insulatewitheagle.com, as is the phone number, 256-755-1556. Give them a call and see what Eagle can do for you. Eagle saves you time. Eagle saves you money.
Listen to the Lynn Layton Automotive Friday Night Scoreboard Show, powered by Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware, each Friday night on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Back in Talking Ball, 97.7 ESPN The Zone. We had August 24th circled on our calendar because Chick-fil-A now has the chicken and waffle breakfast sandwich. You can also get the chicken and waffle lunch sandwich as well, which is just a little bit bigger, but you can get it grilled, spicy, or regular. And so we've got all three. You got the spicy, John and Bailey got the regular, and I got the grilled. It is the chicken and waffle sandwiches from Chick-fil-A.
Not bad.
It's got the chicken, the bacon, and the maple-infused waffle.
Not super spicy, but unless it was mislabeled. Don't know. If so, then one of our esteemed producers.
I don't think they did. You guys didn't get spicy, those chickens.
Well,
no,
unless they mislabeled it, then one of their asses may be getting lit up. But
because you got a little bit of sweetness there too. Remember, you got the syrup and you got the maple infused waffle from Chick-fil-A.
The waffle's nice. It's a.
But you can try these at our good. You can try them at all the Chick-fil-A's. But we really encourage you to go to our South Parkway Chick-fil-A and sample this as well. Our good friends at the Barlocks down there. Drive down there and sample it. But no, your thoughts though, good?
Good.
I think it's pretty tasty as well, and I'm comboing it with the s'mores milkshake. And let me tell you, I'm going to have a sweet belly after this one.
See, I couldn't do that. That's too much.
No, I'd be in big trouble.
I don't mind the bacon on the sandwich. It's pretty good.
Bacon's good. You know, and the syrup tastes nice.
You have to dip it in. You poured the syrup over the
I
chicken.
poured on both sides. Because, you know, that way you know it's not going to be dry. And it's good. I'll save my Chick-fil-A sauce, put it in the fridge.
I would order it again.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But see, here's the thing, though. If you go to Rome, Georgia, or if you go to like Peachtree City, Georgia, right outside there's a couple other places in the state of Georgia that have Truett's. And if you go to a Truett, you can, which is a Chick-fil-A. It's just called Truett's Chick-fil-A. You can get the chicken and waffles like dinner.
Yeah.
And they've got the little Chick-fil-A waffles, but they got all kinds of things. But if you go to Truett's, you can get the Chick-fil-A waffles and stuff. Basically what they're doing is they're bringing Truett's now to all the Chick-fil-A. You can get your chicken and waffles. But anyway, 256-576-4977. That's the number to the phone lines. These are fantastic. These are good. I'd get them again. I'm sure people really enjoy us eating over the air, but that's okay.
I think Talent Heating and Air also had the same idea because they were right in front of me in the parking lot. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh. Thomas, Terry, and Jeremy.
They're listening.
Getting some Chick-fil-A sandwiches.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get Pat in from Tuscaloosa real fast. Good morning, Pat.
Hey, good morning, guys. Great interview with a bearded wonder, Ryan Fowler. That, hey, Stanky's going to make sure he don't get a hot dog ever again. I just sent him a message, told him that I'd make sure I was at every SEC football game to make sure he had something to eat, bless his heart. Because, hey, I wish he'd tell us what he really thinks of Greg Stanky. man, hey, but yeah, hey guys, down in Tuscaloosa, that county high, I wish y'all could have seen it. Hey, all they did was talk smack all week long about what they were going to do to poor little old lowly 5A Hillcrest, and Hillcrest put a 64 to zip spanking on them, and that prolific kicker that I was telling you about. Hey, he made all 8 extra points, and the trajectory he had, they never had a chance to run the ball out of the end zone. Hardly he was kicking the ball to the goal line and then deeper, and to where it was when the Gunners were down on top of the guys. And one of them, they decided to run out, and the boy from Hillcrest said, "Give me that thing." He took it away from him, and they run it in for a touchdown to start the second half. It was 50-0 before they could blink their eyes. They ain't seen nothing. Hey, the whipping that they're going to get when they go over there and play Thompson. Thompson's going to have something for them boys. They should never have been in 7A football. They're going to learn the word humility. Back when Coach Higg was there, hey, they were pretty good back in that day, but they were obnoxious. Even their announcer was obnoxious. And now they're going to learn humility the rest of this year. But guys, hey, I called to talk about, we got a quarterback in Tuscaloosa, guys. Hey, he has the smoothest release that I've ever seen of a quarterback, Drew. Hey, you can't, 8A that was the only time that I got to see him in person, and I had him picked to have 220 yards, and I think he had 225 yards passing that day. When I got to watch him, and then that was against the Alabama guys. But hey, he's special, and Alabama's got a decent defense, y'all. Our defense is going to be special this year, Drew DeArmond. What do you think?
Well, yeah, I think the defense is definitely ahead of the offense right now, and I know we haven't heard. Well, we're going to hear from Kevin DeBoer. He's actually switched his press conference. It was going to be Thursday. It's going to be at 11:15 today, probably in order to explain his decision from himself in choosing Keelan Russell. But then also
he did it to Yale, Alabama.
Yeah, and so and that's the entity, of course, from the university. He did explain it to them, but now he's going to explain it to the rest of the state, the media, and the country. Not surprisingly. Plus, I think. They may have had an injury scare in practice yesterday, so that will probably be addressed as well. So we will see. But certainly I think the defense is going to be outstanding if they can stay healthy. I think they've got an outstanding defensive front that's much improved thanks to the transfer portal with Devin Tompkins, Kedrick Bingley-Jones, certainly, and Terrence Green. I think those three are going to make an impact. I think some of the returners are going to make an impact as well. The London Simmons of the world. Certainly, Steve Boomois, we were talking about him with our pronunciation guide today, courtesy of the University of Alabama. So I think the D-line is going to be better. Certainly, Edric Hill. And I think when you look at it, the linebacker core, I felt like was probably the biggest question going into camp. And I think they've answered that. I think my guy Luke Metz has had a great camp, probably going to start alongside Caleb Woodson, but they still got good players behind them in QB Reese, Caden Jones, Abdul Sanders, people like that. And then the secondary is the best in college football, in my opinion. Even with Jordan Edmonds going down and Nick Sherman, I think they've got enough depth. When you bring in guys like Carmelo O'Neal from Mercer, I think they're going to be able to withstand it and hopefully get Jordan back maybe by the end of September. But certainly excited about this defense, no doubt, Pat.
Yeah, and I'm hearing good things out of Kirkpatrick Jr. Right?
Yeah, he had the only pick, the only turnover of the scrimmage last Thursday. From what I was told, it would have been a 100-yard pick six. He's got a nose for the ball, and Alabama lost him for about half the season last year due to that off the field situation with the vehicle when he pulled a UGA. So he's back now though. I think he's asserting himself, and he's a guy. While I don't know if he'll start, I definitely know he's going to be in the rotation and play.
Yes, sir. But hey, things is wonderful. Y'all doing a great job, and like I said, good interview with Mr. Fowler, and I enjoyed that. It was quite entertaining. Hey, y'all have a blessed afternoon, and I hope to talk to you later in the week. Bye-bye.
Yes, sir, Pat.
Thanks, Pat. Let's get a break in, shall we? 9:33 here on a Monday morning, Talking Ball, 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
You're listening to Talkin' Ball on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Your Fox 54 weather.
On Fox 54, Weather Impact meteorologist Emily Owen. A quiet and warm night expected across the Tennessee Valley. Low temperatures will be falling into the mid-70s for this Monday night. We'll sit under a mostly clear sky. Heading into our Tuesday, temperatures warm up into the mid-90s for the afternoon. Expect to see mostly sunshine. Isolated showers and thunderstorms will be possible mainly in the afternoon.
Your Fox 54 weather, only on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Any major problems this morning? We're moving rather well, even through the construction areas. We had some congestion on 565 eastbound coming through the construction, but it seems to have cleared up quite a bit. Also in Madison, right there by the prominent areas of Promenade, be careful through there. It's just a lot of traffic and a lot of traffic lights through that area. They say they're going to fix it one day. We'll have to wait and see on that. Be careful out there. Have a blessed day, and we'll be back with you this afternoon with regular reports. From the Tennessee Valley Mobile Traffic Center, I'm David Cruz, Mr. Traffic.
The Orthopedic Center. It's in the name. TOC, the premier choice for all your orthopedic needs. With over 40 physicians and 20 centers of excellence, TOC is the name to trust for complete, expert orthopedic care. And that word center, we mean it. With more than a dozen locations across North Alabama and the Tennessee Valley, TOC is in your community whenever you need us. As the state's largest orthopedic practice, TOC is built on trust. Trust we've earned with every patient we serve. You can see that trust on the field, too. As the official sports medicine provider for the Huntsville Havoc, Huntsville City Football Club, Oakwood and Alabama A&M universities, thousands of athletes and coaches count on TOC to keep them in the game. From student athletes to unexpected injuries, our urgent ortho clinics offer prompt, expert care. No appointment necessary. So remember, when it comes to your health and mobility, trust the name that says it all. TOC, helping you live a better life.
Have you ever turned your back on God? Have you ever absolutely known the right thing to do and just turned around and walked away in disobedience? I know that I have. Aren't we thankful for our great and merciful God who loves us and forgives us and remembers our sin no more? I'm so thankful that his mercies are fresh every day. I need that, and I suspect you do too. Hey, I'm John Dees, pastor of Cross Point Church, and if you're looking for a church home, come see us. We're smack dab across the street from the YMCA in Madison, and check us out at cpcfamily.org.
Since 1983, Berkshire Hathaway Rise Real Estate's Ann Adams has been your local go-to real estate expert in the area. As a buyer, you can trust Ann's in-depth knowledge of the local housing market to narrow available properties down to those you'll be interested in, saving you time when shopping for a new home. When you're ready to sell, Ann's expert negotiation skills will ensure you get a fair price and hassle-free experience. Call Ann Adams today at 256-337-2625 or email annadamsrise@gmail.com.
Coming up September 11th through the 13th, make plans to be at the Alabama Bass Fest, a 3-day celebration featuring hands-on activities, educational opportunities, industry connections, and entertainment centered around the sport of bass fishing. Alabama Bass Fest will be held in Decatur, Alabama at Ingalls Harbor in conjunction with the Bassmaster High School Combine presented by Skeeter. At the heart of the Alabama Bass Fest will be an interactive expo featuring fishing and outdoor industry exhibitors, sponsor activities, casting challenges, demo rides, a fishing simulator, and family-focused activities. Plus, several Elite Series pros will be on hand holding seminars throughout the weekend. There will also be a job fair at Alabama Bass Fest, connecting attendees with employment and career opportunities in the state of Alabama and the outdoors industry. On Friday, September 11th, I will be there with a live broadcast of the Tom Abraham Show as well. Ingalls Harbor in Decatur is where it all takes place. Bass Fest, September 11th through the 13th.
Talkin' Ball with Scott Theisen and Drew DeArmond. Weekday mornings beginning at 7 a.m. Only on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Welcome back in. Talking Ball on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Scott Theisen, Drew DeArmond. And what can only make you laugh if you are a Cleveland Browns fan, only can make you laugh. Has to be an ownership decision, not a coach's decision. If it's a coach's decision, then my, oh my, they got problems.
If you listened to Todd Monken the other day when he was talking about Deshaun Watson having fun and letting it rip and all that was going to tell you that Shedeur overrated wasn't going to be the quarterback. Sorry. I hope he didn't lose as much money as his dumbass brother who's being sued because he's lost $11 million. And probably blown all his NIL money on FanDuel accounts.
By the way, Deion Sanders still deposed in that case.
Yeah,
hasn't gotten out of it yet.
So Shiloh first wasn't a very good college player, and second of all, he's a dumbass who's $11 million in the hole.
So what you're saying is Colorado will not retire his number?
I would doubt it. He may end up with a digit number in prison.
Going through bankruptcy. He's not going to go to prison. He's just going to get his yes.
He won't have very good credit then.
No. But I tell you what, he could drive over to University Key and still get a car as long as he's got $500 a week or whatever, or $500 every 2 weeks. He can get a car. So.
Well, heck, he's been to Huntsville before. He played for Jackson State.
Well, his sister played basketball up here at Alabama A&M.
Well, didn't she also play at Jackson State?
Yeah, I think she did. And then she transferred to A&M. Now, she's transferred out. She's no longer there. I think this year was her first year. She is no longer there, is the Sanders daughter at Alabama A&M.
Deion came.
He did come to one game or so on the Hill.
He probably went to Bo's Best Wings, too. He loves that place.
He did. He did go to Bez. His picture is up there with ours on the wall.
We need to call Bo and tell him that Shiloh needs a job.
Come cook some chicken?
Yeah.
make some lemonade and cook some chicken.
Nah. Well,
over at Bo's Best Wings.
Yeah, needs to give Bo a break.
Which is fantastic, by the way.
Yeah, food's fantastic. You need to help Bo cook the food.
It is fantastic over there. If you want some good wings and some good food, go to Bo's Best Wings. It's pretty fresh. Good. Oh, it's good. They've got I don't know how many different flavors of wings you can get.
Man, the Jamaican jerk, that it'll make you slap your mama.
Yeah.
Don't do that, then you get kicked out of a WNBA game.
Anyway. Anyway, 256-576-4977. Just don't wear a shirt that defines what a woman is.
No.
That gets you kicked out of a WNBA game these
They'll
days.
get you fined. He was just looking at his competition. He's going to be the first pick in the draft.
So, you know what's so funny is we've been talking college football, and we've been talking about the fact that guys coming back from college football can't happen, or from the NFL going to college football. It can't happen. It's not good for the sport. And it's not. It's not right, and it's not good for the sport. There's coaches like Lane Kiffin. They're going to push the boundaries. They're going to push the envelope as much as they can because they can do it. There's nobody stopping them from doing it. But what's funny is everybody says, you know what? If this happens, I'm not going to watch college football. If the transfer portal happens, I'm not going to watch college football. I'm done with it. I'm done with it.
Watching it.
And then you go and you look at so I was like, okay, if people are so done with it, I was like, I'm just curious as to the ticket prices of the LSU Ole Miss football game that's going to be in Oxford. I'm just curious. The lowest price ticket is $600 and some to get into that game. There's tickets asking for over $6,000 to that ball game between LSU and Ole Miss. So you can make a case that people are so tired of the transfer portal, so tired of this buying player stuff, so tired of all this. But college football, has it taken a much of a hit as far as the fans go in college football right now?
Not in the SEC. It just means more.
I mean, think about it. I mean, everybody that says they're not watching it, there's probably 100 people that are that are more watching it now.
Like I say, Sankey's got to put his foot down. This shouldn't be happening at LSU. They shouldn't have either one of them damn players eligible, especially with all the hell they raised and how much fun they made with Alabama. That's complete, utter BS, and neither one of these clowns should be eligible. Both of them, one should be in Latvia, and the other one should be on some taxi squad in the NFL. That's it. Period. End of story. Or get your ass to the Canadian Football League. They could use you. Go play for the Saskatchewan Roughriders.
Saskatchewan?
Whatever. However you say it.
No,
I'm probably misspelling.
I'm trying to do the Canadian accent with it.
I'm probably mispronouncing.
Saskatchewan?
Oh, come on. I'm probably mispronouncing that now.
We've only had him for 3 years.
Womack.
No, Womack.
Almost broke my headset this morning.
Womack.
Kane Womack.
Kane Womack. Anyway, but no, it's interesting because I'm curious to see the television rating numbers for college football in a week from Saturday when we get the week one of the college football season. Alabama playing, Auburn playing. You've got some great matchups. I mean, Texas in week 2 or whatever. Don't we get Texas and Ohio State, and we'll have Oklahoma and Michigan. And I'm curious to see what the television ratings are going to be for college football this fall because everybody's saying, "Oh, I'm done with it because I can't stand the portal. I can't stand us buying players."
They're not. They're not done with it. That's fine. That's why we were all in Tampa, enjoying fruits of labor. You know, the demand is still there. They got to fix the sport, but the demand is still there. Now, it's not sustainable long term, but that's why they got to fix it, and that's the next thing. Just seeing what Lane Kiffin and Western Union are trying to pull now.
Yeah. 9:45. What do you say we get our final break in of the morning? When we come back, we'll put a cap on the Monday edition of Talking Ball, 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
You're listening to Talkin' Ball on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
These days, saving time is important, and saving money is even more so. That's where Eagle Masonry and Insulation comes in. Over the years, Eagle has expanded their services to meet the needs of folks like you in our area. If you need masonry, brick, stone, or block work, Eagle should be your first call. They can even help if your property needs grading, erosion control, and Eagle can handle dirt haul-off. Call Eagle Masonry and Insulation today at 256-755-1556. Eagle saves you time, and Eagle saves you money.
Specializing in simple and affordable rentals, McCurry Van and Car Rental can make sure you have just the right vehicle for your next family vacation, weekend getaway, or if you just need transportation while your vehicle is being repaired. McCurry carries Ford Transit vans and Mercedes Sprinter vans, trucks and work vans, and more. And they offer discounted rental rates for long-term rentals. Now with 4 locations: Athens, Muscle Shoals, Coleman, and Huntsville. Log on McCurryRentals.com to make your reservation now. That's McCurryRentals.com.
You invest in your customers with your heart, soul, and skill. Well, it's time to invest in yourself with the next generation Cat 255 compact track loaders from Thompson Tractor. After all, those who give their best deserve the best. And this machine has it all, with features that include a more powerful engine, tri-axle truck loading capabilities, a spacious cab, and a smooth ride for all-day comfort. Thompson Tractor knows how much value you place on your customer satisfaction. It's how you build your business. It's also how we build ours. Since 1957, hardworking folks like you have counted on Thompson to provide the absolute best lineup of equipment in the industry, all backed by a customer service and product support team that time and again have proven to be second to none. It's all about maintaining peak performance. Always has been, always will be. Visit ThompsonTractor.com for details. Thompson Tractor, we're here for you.
You've been paying on that life insurance policy for years, but maybe you don't really need it anymore, or it's gotten a bit too expensive. Well, before you just let it expire, let Neighbors Insurance Solutions share with you some alternatives that you haven't considered. Don't throw away something that still may have great value for you. If you want to learn more about what Neighbors Insurance Solutions can do for you, call 256-763-7693. A death benefit could be a life benefit. Learn more at 256-763-7693.
Make Baumhauer's Victory Grill your big game headquarters all of the 2026 season. You'll see why Baumhauer's has been voted best wings in Alabama and the #1 sports-themed restaurant in the state. With over 70-plus jumbo flat-screen TVs and state-of-the-art audio systems in each Baumhauer's, you'll be guaranteed a true stadium experience that'll make you feel like you're at the game. Baumhauer's also has a great new big game headquarters menu to help kick off the season, featuring several fan favorites at great prices. How about an ice-cold beer with those wings? Yingling and Yingling Flight pitchers are only $7.99, with pints going for only $2.99.
This segment of Talkin' Ball is brought to you by University Kia, the #1 volume Kia dealer in the state of Alabama. Located online at universitykia.com.
You can use that in a lot of ways. Deshaun Watson, take the money and run. Final year of that $230 million deal. And I think 19 games is what he's played in his time there in Cleveland. Just 19 games, $230 million. Final year of that deal. He's taking the money and run.
That was Cam Newton.
Daquan Wright is taking LSU's money and trying to run.
Yeah.
He'll make more money if he's allowed. He'll make more money at LSU than what he would have on the practice squad in the NFL this year.
Of course.
Hey, our good friend Brooks Austin's taking the money and running.
Where's he running?
On 3.
Well, everybody is.
Let's get Michael in here real fast on a Monday. Good morning, Michael.
Hey, thanks for taking my call. Go Vols, go Pack. Real
Yes,
quick,
sir.
on this Chaz Coleman thing, we already know what happened with that. And now we've got this player that's going to LSU, is coming from the NFL and all this stuff. And it's just a whole convoluted, messed up situation. But here's my thing, and I want y'all's opinion.
Mm-hmm.
If I was Josh Heupel, would you not just throw up the big middle finger to the NCAA and send Chaz Coleman out there to play anyway?
Yeah. I mean, look, the guy is being suspended for a $400 flight. And you've got guys coming back from the NFL going to college football.
I would send him out there anyway, and if they say, well, you're going to have to forfeit those games because he was ineligible to play, well, at the end of the year, he's going to be gone anyway, and they'll probably just file an injunction or another lawsuit
There you go.
anyway, and the NCAA is going to lose. So I'd say send him out there anyway. I would. If that was Heupel, I would send him out there the first couple of games, and I think that would also kind of light a fire through the media, and everybody would be talking about it and be like, hey, Heupel said he just sent him out there anyway. Maybe that sets a precedent for other teams that have that problem.
No, you're right. I think it's hypocritical. What do you say, Drew? Hypocritical of the NCAA? Because, I mean, Chaz, he can't play because of a $400 flight that he paid back.
Yeah, once he paid it back, I mean, at worst, it should be a one-game suspension. At worst.
Yeah.
Well,
thanks for taking my call, guys. I just said,
no worries.
That's me, man. I just say send him out, man. Send him out there and just don't even worry about it and set an example.
No, you're right. Thanks, Michael.
Thanks.
No, he's right. You have the NCAA. You can come back now from the NFL. And what was funny is Daquan Wright, by the way, 3 minutes ago, just officially released by the Cleveland Browns. And so now his agent, Drew Rosenhaus, in the last 5 minutes has said once he clears waivers, yeah, that's right. Once he clears waivers, he will try to play. He will play at LSU. Not try. And the statement is he will play at LSU. He just has to clear waivers first. Mm-hmm. He has to clear NFL waivers.
Congrats to Brooks Austin on moving to On3. Part of the Army.
Yep. It's good for him.
Go to hell, LSU. Don't care.
I just can't. I mean, it's once he clears waivers. That's just now saying that in college football is
right.
Anyway, coming up tomorrow, we'll talk some more. We'll continue to get you ready for the week 0 of the college football season. UNA taking on Samford, Alabama A&M taking on Howard. We'll continue to start looking ahead to Friday night football. Don't forget, coming up on Wednesday, we will recognize our Bryant Bank Team of the Week. So we've got that to look forward to. And 1 week from Wednesday, we get our first phone call from our freshman prognosticator, Grady the Greek. 1 week from Wednesday, our freshman prognosticator.
Nice. Now officially a ninth grader.
Now officially a ninth grader. All right. We are just about done here with our Monday show. Big thank you to Chick-fil-A for helping us sample that chicken and waffle breakfast sandwich.
Yeah.
And
that ain't your phone. It's just AC trying to call me.
Don't give him your Twitter account.
Oh, hell, I've already blocked him. You can't see it.
All right, we're done with our Monday show. Big thanks to everybody that called in. Big thank you to Cole Pinkston, Ryan Fowler, Brent Dearmon for hanging out with us.
Thank y'all for being patient. We were a few minutes late today because of a power outage, but they got us back on.
Huntsville Utilities, lickety-split, got us back up and running.
Yep.
All right.
LSU can still go to hell.
We're back at it on a Tuesday if we clear waivers.
This is Brent Musburger's VSiN Action Update on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Drivers who switch to Progressive have an annual savings of nearly $750. Progressive.com.
Falcons rolled over the Colts 34-6 in week 2 of the NFL preseason. This week, the Atlanta Falcons will close out the preseason Friday night at the Miami Dolphins. The season opener coming up September the 13th. Steelers laying 3 against the Atlanta Falcons at Acrisure Stadium.